Alright guys, we are back with another episode of the Masochist series. Credit to Cimo and Hossman for inventing it. Yeah, we just pulled a crazy card. We have Crusadia Avermax. This card is absolutely insane. My favorite Link monster of all time. And I happen to pull it in this series. How fantastic is that? I'm thrilled about that. And then we've got our new deck here ready to go. We actually have 3 Crusadia monsters. For those of you that don't know, they summon themselves to any Link monster zone whatsoever. Arborea happens to also be a tuner, and they give special effects like Arborea. If a Crusadia monster is destroyed by battle or card effect, we can banish her from the graveyard instead, so she protects the Avermax. And then Leonis can give piercing to one of the Crusadia monsters, which is pretty cool. So we have that available to us. In the deck overall, I worked on some things. I think it's fairly good at this moment. So here are all of our Crusadia cards. We also have this Crusadia Vanguard card, which can make our opponent attack our Crusadia Avermax. But I don't think it's worth playing because we don't super consistently summon the Crusadia Avermax. It's more of like a turn 3-4 card that we go into. Turn 1 we usually don't go into it, but it's something we can definitely go into over the course of a few games. So this is this deck. Alright, here's our hot sauce deck. This is our absolute stun deck. Crazy enough, we actually pulled, I didn't even know we had this. We actually have 2 copies of this, so this is turning into like a true Draco fire control deck. I'm down. I'm down to play this, absolutely. The problem is, as of right now, we're just missing a lot of true Draco cards, so we can't really go plus. Like, we can't do anything with Ignis Heat right now. This card's pretty good because it can summon Ignis Heat from the deck, and it's got decent defense. And then this is like, Ignis Heat is good, but it can't really like use its full effect of activating a continuous true Draco card from the deck, which that we're kind of missing. And then actually Watch Cat would probably be pretty good in this deck because it search any continuous spell. So that probably wouldn't be too bad of a card. But overall, we're working on this deck too. We're going to keep this kind of in the background. But right now, I've been dying to play this deck right here because it can spam out. A few different cards. It can spam out the Time Thief Redoer very easily, and it can spam out the Crusadia. Maybe like sometimes I can spam it out on turn 1. Most of the time, like turn 2, turn 3. It's got other cool synergies here. We're playing some hand traps like Sneaky C. Let's go play. All right, this is our first game. We just lost the coin flip, and we're going second, so I guess we'll see how things go. Our hand's looking, honestly, pretty good. We've got Buzzsaw Shark, which is instant rank 4, Megalo Smasher, plus we have another normal monster, so we can go into Link Spider plays. We've got Sneaky C, so we can possibly wreck our opponent's board on end phase, but it just depends on what our opponent's playing right now. Our opponent summons out the Thrawn, the Disciplined Angel. I believe they're playing like an Earth Fairy deck, which is kind of cool to see, honestly. Alright, they're just going to end phase on this one Earth Fairy, and they're just going to pass. I mean, that's more than fine with me, honestly. We have a lot of plays that we can make, technically, but I think out of all of these plays, I think the best one that we can make is the Buzzsaw Shark play. So we just activate Buzzsaw Shark, special target itself, special summon this thing from the deck, and then we can go into a rank 4, which right now is going to be the Time Thief, because I don't think any of the others really are too beneficial right now, so we're going to go directly into Time Thief. We drew a very monster-heavy hand, but it's not the end of the world. It's actually quite a decent hand. Here we go, Time Thief, our main like ace card here, so we're going to go straight to battle phase and just attack, see how we do. Like I said, I don't know what else they're really like playing in the deck, but our hand is just very monster-focused right now, so we have a way to really like spit out our hand right now, but it is fine though. Our hand is perfectly fine right now. We could have probably extended into like a Link 3, but that's not enough. We have to get into a Link 4, and then we can go into Crusadia Avermax. But a Link 3 is just not, it doesn't do anything right now. We don't have any really good Link 3s. Alright, standby phase, let's attach Time Thief Redoer, let's see what we get. Our opponent's playing some sort of Earth Fairy deck. It's another copy of the same card. What are the chances? I guess this is like what the Ishizu deck was like supposed to like how it was supposed to be played initially. Return all set spawn trap cards. That effect is mandatory, even though there's no spawn trap cards. You had to activate that holding legs. It's like a Merrick and a Ishizu deck combined in one. It's actually kind of interesting. They're going to go to battle phase and they're going to attack my monster. Okay. Does he float or something? Okay. So they're going to special summon the Millennium Seeker, and they can target a monster in our graveyard, but we don't have any, so I guess it's not really too relevant. They're still in battle phase though. They're still attacking. I'm just lost. Maybe you guys know what's going on. Trying to fill the graveyard, like it's you know, it's probably a bot. That's what it is, because this weird name, the rabbit, it's every time you see this, the rabbit, this is like the trinity of being a bot. Alright, we attach another one. We've got holding legs. We drew Arborea, which is kind of cool. We have a few plays here that we can make for sure. We're going to normal summon. Just a little showcase of what our deck can do. Soon enough, summon that out. We can, whoa there, what did I even do? Activate, special summon out. Got everything we can do right now. This Link Spider is just actually quite helpful to us. Honestly, I think we should go to battle phase. I was about to do some more stuff, but then we actually lose damage. So I'm just going to go to battle phase and attack. I have no idea what our opponent is doing. This is such an odd deck. It's like an Earth Fairy deck, but they just kind of lose. Alright, so we've got 2 legacy tickets and Bite Shoes. A card that's from Magic Ruler, but it's not really too useful for us. Alright, let's open a master pack. Let's see what we get. I'm so happy with our last pull. I guess it's just stuff that would help that would probably be useful. This needs Temple of the Kings, which we don't have. Amazonas Archer is another Amazonas card, but we don't have enough to like build a full deck yet. And another Valiance card. I'll read later on if this goes into our Pendulum Pile deck. Salamangreat Fennec, which is actually not bad because we have a few Salamangreat cards. We have 2 Will of the Salamangrates, and we have that other Salamangreat like sword card, which I wouldn't mind playing in that deck. Armed Dragon level 7 is cool because we have Armed Dragon level 5, but I believe it's a little too, yeah, it cannot be normal summon or set. Must be special summon from Armed Dragon level 5. Send 1 monster, destroy all your opponent's monsters. I don't know if this is going to be too useful for us. It is cool that we got this card like in consecutive order, but maybe not the most useful card. Ambulance Roid we can't use. Dragon Master Knight isn't really a terrible pull. If we ever pull Dogmatica Punishment, this is a 5,000 attack monster that we can just send. So we can essentially destroy anything off of Dogmatica Punishment now because we have a 5,000 attack monster. And then we've got Diamond Dire Wolf. Wow, that is a really good generic rank 4. Wow, what a way to start. That's really good. Yeah, the only thing that's kind of like frustrating about this is it is removal, like guaranteed removal. The only issue with it is that you can target 1 beast warrior or winged beast you control and 1 other card, destroy them. Most of the time you'll be targeting itself, but technically speaking this is removal. It is a pretty solid removal card. Alright, let's see these legacy tickets. Let's see what we get out of here. Honestly, our pull is already pretty good. Diamond Dire Wolf is pretty crazy. Definitely a useful removal card. Rallis the Star Beast isn't, I don't believe this is really useful for us, but it's not a bad card overall. And then we got another Moki Moki, which I guess we can maybe use that as a link engine. We did pull the super rare Moki Moki card. Big Eye and Sentry Eye. What are the chances? 2 eye related cards. This isn't really useful for us, and this is not really useful for us either. So maybe not the best legacy packs, but pretty good Diamond Dire Wolf pull. Alright, so I'm going to play the Diamond Dire Wolf. I'm going to take out the Crazy Box. It's never come up, and it's 3,000, and I don't think we're ever going to really make it realistically. All of these other cards technically are better than that, so we're going to go ahead and just save that. Alright, so we just lost a coin flip. Oh, but we're going first. Our hand is terrible, but it's our own fault. We're just playing a bunch of normal monsters that sometimes don't synergize. Yeah, it sucks. I was hoping we would go second with this hand. I guess we just go Power Frame, and why not Neo? I would summon Mateon, but he really doesn't do much right now, and we don't have the means to link climb all the way right now, so I'm just gonna pass here. Our opponent is playing heroes. This may be over. Yeah, this is more than likely over because we don't really have any interruptions right now, so I'm just gonna scoop this one up. Alright, we just won the coin flip. Our hand is looking pretty good actually. We have a few different plays that we can make, but I mean it's kind of looking just decent. We may have to switch decks. I'm looking at it now. We may have to switch decks. The normal monster deck was working better before, but I don't think it's actually making the cut right now because it's actually not letting us get to Time Thief nor letting us get to the Mech Knight Crusadia. So we may have to just totally remake the deck momentarily. Also back to square one. Like I've said before, this card may actually have to go. From a deck building standpoint, it's just really infuriating drawing this card going first because it just does nothing. It's very good going second, but sometimes that discard cost can be a little bit steep too. Right now our hand is basically just going to be, I mean I can make an Arborea and a Link Spider. I can do that and then I can go into something, but I don't think it's enough. I think I'm just going to set Threatening Roar and set, it doesn't really matter which monster, but I think I'll just set this monster face down. and I'll just pass there. Our opponent is going to activate the Adventure token at the end of the, not the Adventure token, the card that special summons itself if we don't control an Adventure token. No, we don't want to go. We could have technically put that on the top of his deck if we wanted to, but I mean, I don't think it's going to be too useful. The goal here is to Threatening Roar and then survive, and then next turn we can go maybe into Crusadia Avermax. We shall see, depending on what we draw. Our opponent's going to Tribute and summon the S-Force. I'm going to say this is probably a bot too. I mean, that's just a bot move, but I don't... That could just be a bad player move, but that could also be a bot move. This is technically... It is the end of the month, which if you don't know, end of the month, all of the ranks just start filling up with bots, because the bots have been playing non-stop all season long. And essentially, I'm just going to block that attack. But yeah, the bots have been playing all season long. And by playing all season long, they've eventually made it to the end. So, you know, just from people randomly scooping and like a variety of things like that, they've actually managed to make it all the way over here. So now it's just populated with bots. Okay, so at least we can get to Crusadia Avermax. That's cool. Which I'm going to do because I want him to get to Crusadia Avermax. I want to do that, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to activate Link Spider. I'm going to special summon Link Spider, I should say, using that, the Magician. And then I'm going to activate the Link Spider in order to summon the Neo Swordsman. And then I'm going to make the Baba Barber, which is, this is, I guess, a decent way we're showcasing kind of what we can do going forward. I'm going to summon the Baba Barber. And that points down, which is cool because since it points down, and actually... it's both Arborea and this dude, which is kind of cool. We can special summon either one of them if we want to. But it really doesn't matter which one we special summon. I guess we'll summon this here. And we can summon this too. And now we have two effect monsters. We could have actually gone into Wee Witch too, but I mean, I don't think that's too useful. I guess we'll save him. We'll make Wee Witch. Oops, never mind. I guess we do make the effect monster man. Make Brute Enforcer. I guess we are playing against the bot more than likely, but at least we get to kind of see what's going on here. What got banished? Rocket Caliber got banished. Why did it get banished? Did I special summon it? I don't even remember. I probably special summoned. Now we make Crusadia Avermax. Now Crusadia Avermax will not get an attack boost because it's battling a monster that was not... It was a monster that was not special summoned. It was normal summoned, but regardless, it's kind of cool that we managed to get this out. So I guess that's our route to it in this deck, but I might switch the deck up a little bit. Our opponent is going to Honest us, which I will be 100% honest with you. I did not see that coming, so I'm going to use the Crusadia Arborea to protect us from damage or from battle. But that is crazy. I didn't expect an Honest there. Is this guy a bot or not? I don't even know. Maybe it's some sort of bot light deck. I don't know. It's a dark monster. Maybe they just got lucky. They're just a lucky bot. But that was crazy. I did not expect that Honest. Maybe it is a person. Like, this is like... There are people out there that do play pretty badly, but at the same time, this could be a bot. Our opponent's going to Tribute Summon again. Then they're going to Tribute into Armed Dragon level 5. This guy is sitting on nothing but bricks in his hand. It's actually kind of crazy. Because he went from one card that specials himself to a brick, to another brick, to an Honest. It's actually kind of lucky that he even drew it. And now he enters the battle phase. What is he going to go in? Like, Wind Honest? What's crazy is this bot almost had that lucky play against me. I'm convinced now it's a bot, because only bots are stupid enough to like go to battle phase and crash with no value whatsoever. But it's crazy to me that they actually almost accidentally outed our Crusadia Avermax. Like, that would have been crazy. Alright, and that's game. We just wrapped it up. It was indeed probably a bot, but it's incredible how many bots are on this game, especially at this time of the month. Alright, so we got one Legacy ticket and a Steel Scorpion, which is a card I believe we already have. Alright, let's enter the shop. Let's get a Master Pack. I'm so excited for this. There's so many awesome cards that we can get. So many rares I'm still hoping to get. We may have gotten an upgrade there based on previous things that we've seen. It may have not even been an upgrade, but I guess we'll see. This has to be an upgrade now because it's already yellow. It's a Nordic monster. This is a white mare card. This is a DDD card, so I don't think it's going to be usable. Dragon Maid, needs to be summoned off a Dragon Maid card, which we don't have any Dragon Maid monsters yet. This is another Speedroid. We've been getting a lot of Speedroids. We might be able to do something. The problem is with the Speedroid, I'm being dumb actually. We're not going to be able to do something with Speedroids yet. It's cool that we're pulling the Speedroid cards, and there's a lot of good low rarity Speedroid cards. The issue is we just don't have the Synchro monsters to really benefit. Another copy of Cerberus, which is cool because that maybe if we get enough of them, that goes in our fire control deck. And then this is, I believe, generic. Yeah, this card's not bad. So basically, if it's destroyed by a card effect, or if it's sent, if it's special summoned from graveyard, we get to draw a card. That's all cool and all, but the problem is we don't really have a way to we have no recursion yet. So maybe when we get it, we can possibly do something. And then Constellar, which is not too usable for us, but it is cool that we have. I think we have a decent amount of Satellar, Constellar cards, so I guess we'll have to check it all out and see if this is usable, but I don't believe that it is. It is cool that it is a free special summon though. Alright, let's open this Legacy ticket. Let's see what we get out of here. We've got this Spider that we already have before, and we've got the Cursed Armaments. This card is actually not bad. This is essentially a recurable equip card that we could just keep using to drain our opponent's attack. So we could whip it to our opponent's monster, and then if this card's sent to the graveyard, target another monster your opponent controls, equip it. So we can essentially equip it, attack over their monster, equip it again, and then attack over their next monster. And that's not once per turn, so I mean, that'll let you do it as many times as you maybe want to, I don't know. But even if they link the monster away, it just gets reattached to the new monster. It's actually kind of a crazy card. It's just very, like, oddly specific, and I don't know if it really fits our deck too well. Honestly, like, the thing is, like, I would say, like, oh, this goes with the barrier statue, right? Like, that's pretty cool, right? It goes with the barrier statue. The problem is, like, it would 100% work with the barrier statue. The problem is we have to go, you know, with barrier statue we have to go first, and this doesn't really, this is a card that you have to use going second. Alright, I've remade our Yugi Jr. deck. I actually think this deck is probably the best deck that we've got thus far. So I've added the Crusadia cards, I've added some generic links, and we've got Firewall and Mech Knight, and then we've got the rank 4 package available to us. So overall, this deck is probably our most consistent deck that we've had thus far. It'll probably be the best to summon the Crusadia Max in this deck too, because I mean, this deck can spam the most, it can protect the barrier statue the best. So far, this has been our most usable deck. Alright, we just won the coin flip. Our hand is looking pretty okay. It's looking playable. I forgot to switch decks, I just realized. But, I mean, it is a playable hand, but we did forget to switch. Yeah, so I'm just going to set the Cubic Seed here, and I'm just going to pass. We did forget to switch decks, but, I mean, we have Cubic Seed. I didn't bother to set the Shrink. I'll use it in the follow-up if we have to attack something. But our follow-up's pretty decent if the Yugioh survives. Basically, we have Adamancipator Analyzer, we have the Caliber, and we have the Megalo Smasher, so we have a decent little follow-up going. So we have a good amount of free special summons. If we can just get to one more, if Yugioh just sticks around, we can get the Crusadia Avermax essentially. But definitely, it's 100% not a bad hand. All right, our opponent's going to set 4 and then normal summon the Mech Dog Maron. Or Maron. So this card basically, if it's destroyed, inflict 1,000 to each of us. I believe this is self-decay again. Man, 3 bots in a row. Well, we played other stuff there too, but like we were in just really a poor situation. You know what I don't understand about the bots? They make self-decay bots, but like, why don't they just make bots that play like Chainburn? Like, if they make bots that play Chainburn, they would actually get some wins, you know, from time to time. It would actually be probably better for them. I don't know why they don't do that. It seems kind of dumb not to do that. Alright, that was the most elaborate self-decay I've ever seen in my life. He was like healing himself, and then he would burn himself, and then would heal himself, and then he would burn himself, and then he'd summon a monster out of nowhere that was huge. Hopefully that was the last of the self-decay for the day. Alright, we just ranked up to 4, so it should be no more self-decay for the rest of the episode. 2 legacy tickets. Alright, let's open this master pack, see what we get here. We essentially started with 3 free packs right at the beginning of this episode, so these are all undeserved. We've got a Satellar Knight, level 4. We've got an Infernoid. We've got one other, but not enough. Yugioh Muscle is not like the worst card sometimes, but we can't really use it right now. Buster Whelp of Destruction Swordsman, I don't believe that we can use because we don't have Buster Blader yet. Legendary Ebon Steed is not useful yet, but it's, I guess, useful sometimes. Wow, okay, this is actually really good. Okay, pause that for a second. Got a Mayakashi card, and then we've got a Cimo Repulsion, which is actually a decent Cimo card. It lets you essentially return everything that's spawn trap card zone. That's pretty cool. And then this is a really good generic rank 3. This is just very usable. You can target a spawn trap card, destroy it, and it's 1800 attack, 2800 defense on a rank 3, which is pretty good. So we could possibly use that. We don't have too many level 3s right now. Actually, we just pulled we have Arborea in the deck, and we have the other level 3 Crusadia monster. We have is it Leonis? We have Arborea, Leonis. We have the guy that attacks and then discards a card. I forget his name, but we have a few cards that are actually level 3, so we could possibly squeeze that into the deck. And then another Cimo card is nice. We just don't have any of the boss monsters. And then a few random cards here. I'm not ever going to use certain ones of these, but some are good. Alright, we've got 2 legacy tickets. Let's see what we get out of these. Sometimes I just want to click the skip button because the animations are so... Light Spiral's a Lightsworn card. Shugi Knight. This card's actually not terrible going second if it destroys a trap card. It basically targets, and then if it's a trap, it destroys it, and it gets the special summon. So that's actually pretty cool, but it has to special summon a level 3 Earth monster. So essentially it could summon another copy of itself or any other level 3 Earth, but it's not like a terrible card going second. It's just a little bit too specific. Let's see, we've got Cloudy and Smokeball and Swordsman of Landstar, which is not good despite what happened in the anime. And then obviously Cloudy and Smokeball is not really usable for us. Alright, so here's the deck. Honestly, we've got, this is a level 3 like I said, and then the other Crusadia monsters are level 3s also. They're also tuners, this one is not, but these are all level 3s. And then we've got yeah, just those, and so we could probably play this over we'll play it over this because we've never summoned the Firewall XC Dragon anyway, so we might as well just play that instead. And I think that's probably a little more useful in the extra deck than the other way around. Alright, next game. We just won the coin flip. We have things that we can certainly do. We can special summon, and then we can make a Time Thief, and we have Paleozoic Dino-Miscus and Threatening Roar. Guess we activate this to special summon a level 4 spellcaster. We're going to special summon out the summoner. We're going to normal summon out the Dragoodies. And we're going to go into Time Thief. That's our best bet with this hand. Go into Time Thief. And then we have the Redoer plus, I would say Dino-Miscus is probably better. Threatening Roar, we just leave. And we just end here. If our opponent... I mean, Threatening Roar in this situation doesn't really do much because it's not like we have the barrier statue. All it's going to do is stop our opponent from attacking, which, I mean, isn't bad, but let's be honest, it's not really enough. We're going to activate Time Thief to hopefully get something. We got a monster, it's Gamma. So Time Thief just sort of banishes himself right now, but let's hope that we got something else that's good. He's playing Punks, so... This is, depending, if he didn't brick, then we probably lose, but he's going to normal summon this. I think on summon, the best thing to do is to activate this, because that way we can banish this, and if he doesn't have an extender, his turn may very well be over. Yep, it's over. That's good. That actually ended pretty well. He has no more extenders, and we're just going to pass here. He's going to pass here, and we're going to go get back to our turn. Draw Iron Dragon. Doesn't really help us right now, but I guess we'll draw and see what we get. We're going to get a monster card. The Iron Dragon we can set up for later on, but I guess if we need it later on, we'll figure it out. So we're going to attack, and I'm just going to pass here. This is the best that I could do. Hopefully we can finally get a trap card or spell card or something, but I guess we'll have to see. We're going to activate the effect. Hopefully getting something useful. We got a trap card. Awesome. That's probably the best thing we could possibly get. So now we have monsters and traps. Our opponent's going to activate that to special summon that from his hand. So his life points are now lower. It's a little bit scary, his life points being lower. This card summon, you can add a Gold Pride Trap. The Gold Pride Traps are pretty good. The Gold Pride Trap lets him pop stuff, so that can be annoying. He's going to normal summon the admin. I'm going to go ahead and on summon, I'm going to activate the Time Thief. And I'm going to put that back on the top of his deck. I don't want to get rid of the monsters because I want to have that for the trap card. So when he activates the trap card, I want to have it ready for that. So I'm going to put that back on the top of his deck so he can't search. And then he has to just play with this card, which is just the Searcher. And now we can still out this card if we need to. Barrier Statue is pretty damn good. Barrier Statue is definitely pretty damn good. The problem is if I activate the Barrier Statue, we got a monster. The problem is if I activate the Barrier Statue, if I activate the Barrier Statue, you can destroy my monster with the Admin Z-Start or whatever it's called. This card here. Yeah, this card right here. Then destroy the targeted monster. So you can actually destroy our monster, which is a little annoying, this thing. Well, actually, he wouldn't even be able to if the Barrier Statue's on the field, I just realized. So if I summon the Barrier Statue, he can't even activate that. So I'm going to go ahead and summon the Barrier Statue. Go to battle. I'm going to attack over this, and then I'm going to attack directly because his monster, his trap card can't activate as long as Barrier Statue's on the field, so that's good. And I believe this is pretty much it here. So we're just going to end phase here, and then our opponent is going to draw the Z Admin, which is going to allow him to add, but the Z Admin is only 600 attack, which is good. We've kept him off that effect for quite a few turns here, which is good. Between the Paleozoic and some of the other cards. So we're going to get another card. It's a spell card. It's pretty good. So that can get us some advantage. Pretty good. We get a better luck next time. And we got a spell card. That's good. Nice! Scoop! Better luck next time for our opponent. Jeez, that was great. Yeah, that was a solid win. That was like a almost constructed level deck win. That was good. I'm happy with that win. Let's go open some packs. Alright, so let's see what we got here. What is that? 4 legacy packs. This is going to be great. Alright, let's open a master pack. Let's crack it open. We still need another Yugioh. That's what we really actually need. Another Yugioh would be nice. Another Searcher for Yugioh. Gravekeeper's Curse isn't usable. Sylvan isn't usable. That is an Insector card. This is the fusion spell for Sacred Beasts. We can't use that. This is the ritual spell for Burning Abyss. This is another copy of Spiral. We can't use that yet. And Spellbook Hall. Can't use it. It's a Spellbook card. And then this, Rise to Full Height. This card's not totally usable for us, unfortunately. It's a weird, like, defensive card that doubles defense, but then it makes it 0. You can make your opponent target a specific card, but not others. I mean, I guess the graveyard effect could be good at protecting a Barrier Statue in a situation where we already have another high attack monster, but unfortunately, this is very, very specific. All right, let's open these legacy tickets. We've got 4 legacy tickets. Excited to see what's in here. I always pull crazy stuff on my main account, but nothing really too crazy here. Sword of Dark Right. This card's actually not bad with the Dark Monster that you're going to attribute. I guess it's not actually bad when the Equip Monster is attributed for any reason, too, which is kind of cool. We can just return this card to the hand for free, but it can only be equipped to a Dark Monster, so got to keep that in mind. We have an Ultra Rare here, which is the Terra. One of the most difficult cards you could possibly ever summon, unfortunately. So this card is actually kind of interesting and could be like a win condition that we can set up and develop. Now, I'll be honest with you, you have to shuffle 10 cards, 10 other cards with different names from your hand and field into the deck or extra deck. So you have to shuffle back 10 cards essentially from the field and hand, which isn't impossible to do, but the issue is our deck as it exists right now is a little slow to create advantage, so setting up 10 cards in play can be a little bit difficult with our existing deck. Now, I will say this might actually be a cool card to run in our control deck, because if we can create a really, really difficult to play through game state, like if we have a bunch of battle attack stoppers and stuff like that, we can activate this, summon this, and then have this and maybe go for game. This could actually be a cool card to build around. I guess I'll have to think about it, because it's definitely a cool card. The issue is we have to be in, like, you know, pretty late into a really, really grindy game to have enough resource to even pull this off. Like this, I can think of games in the past that this would have actually been a usable and good card. Like I remember one Eldritch game where this would have been really, really good. But other than that, it's a little bit difficult to summon for our deck as it exists right now. All right, next pack. Let's see what we get here. We've got Toon Warrior. It's a tuner, and it's a level 3, which is kind of cool because we can summon it off of that card. I forget its name, but it's a level 3. It's a tuner. It's not the worst card ever, and it's a normal. Then we've got Crawling Dragon number 2, which is a dinosaur, level 4. Not bad stats on that one. You definitely use that one, I suppose, on certain things. And then we've got, let's see, Lightning Vortex. Wow, that's actually really, that's our first board wipe. Like all board wipe, like everything gets destroyed. Wow, that's really good. I'm playing that. And then we've got Kozaki's self-defense button, which is not super usable, but wow, Lightning Vortex. That is a crazy card. Let's see if that comes in handy. Trap remove or remove trap. That's not happening. Drolago. Well, this card's not like the worst going for games sometimes, but I don't believe. Maybe for our machine deck that'll work. So that's not bad. But most importantly, right, this Terror card is important, and right in order, this Lightning Vortex is definitely pretty cool. Alright, so I'm definitely playing Lightning Vortex. I don't know what I'm going to replace here, but I'm definitely 1000% playing Lightning Vortex. The question is what to mix it with. So these two cards have been a little, I'm not going to lie, a little bit bricky. So this and this, they've been a little bit bricky for us. Sometimes, like, they do get us an extra spellcaster, but sometimes they don't do enough. Our other cards I actually really like a lot. So I don't even want to really cut anything. I'm at that point where it's like I don't want to cut any of our cards. A lot of them are really good, but being the difference, you know, like Barrier Statue and all of the other ways that we've used them, this is actually, because Lightning Vortex, I cut back to square one before, because it's kind of like we discard, we use 2 cards to get rid of 1 card, but this actually can get rid of like multiple cards, which is kind of crazy. And if we ever want to make a going second deck, this is definitely something that we were running there, so that's pretty cool. I definitely need to get rid of something here. Alright, the card I'm thinking about getting rid of is actually Threatening Roar, because Threatening Roar does protect us sometimes, but it can be a little bit weak in certain situations, so I'm thinking about getting rid of that. And this is also a card I'm thinking about getting rid of, but it can actually help us link climb. So there's a few cards I'm really on the fence about here. And alright, I'm going to go with this Performapal dude. I'm going to go with him. He's not a magician card, and his effect actually doesn't come up as often as I would like it to, so I'm going to get rid of him for now. I might bring him back, but I want to try out the Lightning Vortex. Alright, we just lost a coin flip, but our opponent allowed us to go first, which is definitely interesting. We have Dragoody's Power Frame, this dude, and we have Barrier Statue. Let's see what we can search here off the Small World. I don't think there's anything that I really need to search right now off the Small World that would be beneficial. Yeah, there's nothing that I want to search off the Small World, so I'm just going to normal summon this, and I'm going to activate the Dragoody's, and I'm going to set the Power Frame. I think that's our best play right now, and then we'll leave Small World in hand, and we just pass here. So if we need to, we can discard the Dragoody's, and we have 2 discards for Dragoody's, plus we have the Power Frame available to us. So if they attack, we can actually beef up. The monster and block an attack, which is kind of cool. Our opponent's going to activate Mystical Space Typhoon to get rid of our Dragoody's. It does suck for us, but it's not the end of the world, because it is, you know, it's not the worst thing that could have happened. Dragoody's unfortunately doesn't get the search if it's not a monster on the field. If it's been the Pendulum, it doesn't get the search. Alright, our opponent's going to activate Toon Table of Contents, which is interesting. So this can be a variety of different things. This can be Exodia, or this can be, I don't even know what this could be regular Toons, in which case they're not going to attack us anyway. But the thing is, if this is regular Toons, we've got a pretty good matchup against regular Toons, because Barrier Statue essentially demolishes regular Toons, so that is actually quite good for us. We've got the Ledger Book. I could go Endymion, I could go Small World into a bigger monster, which I believe is probably the best option here, because this is a really, 1300 attack is kind of small. I might want to go into a larger monster here. Honestly, I think we're good where we are. I think we just summon this, and we just go to battle phase, to be honest with you. I think we just go right to battle phase. And next turn, if we need to, we can go into larger monsters. But I think we are good where we are right now. We just set the Inkari, and we just end phase here. We've got the, no, not the Inkari. The Inkari's in here. We've got the Ledger Book. So we've got the Ledger Book, Power Frame. We have 2 interruptions, and then we've got the Barrier Statue and the Endymion. We're playing against Toons, which Toons are actually not the worst deck in the world. But the fortunate thing is that Toons are very high-level monsters that need to. Oh, it's Comic Hand. See, that's not good. That is definitely not good. But he can't summon either right now. So at least that's good. Alright, our opponent's going to set a monster, and I imagine they should, if they're smart, they should crash. They're not going to crash. We could Ledger Book, and I think this comic hand falls off. If we Ledger Book and then the Toon goes back to our hand, which I think we have to do. Then we just destroy this, because we can't allow him to tribute summon for the... We can't allow him to tribute summon for the Magician Girl or one of the larger Toons. So we're going to activate this. I guess we can only target this because we can't target Toon cards, of course. Of course, I should have known that. And we're going to give him 1,000 life points for absolutely no reason. And he's going to get his monster back. That sucks. I forgot that we couldn't target Toons, so we just gave him 1,000 life points for no reason. We're going to draw Cubic Ascension. We can attack over our own monster, but whatever. We're going to attack over the face-down monster. It's going to be an Ash, of course. It's an Ash. Yeah, we misplayed so stupidly there. Alright, I guess we just set and pass here. At least Cubic Ascension is actually going to prevent us from summoning anything. So he's using our barrier statue against us. We can't even use Cubic Ascension if we wanted to, but we can Power Frame, which is good. Yeah, he's going to tribute 2. Thank God we still have Power Frame. But now he's got this, which is really bad for us because this allows him special summon any Toon ignoring summoning conditions. Now he's going to activate the Toon Page Flip, and this is usually where things go very, very wrong. Now we do still have plays to make. It does suck that the Ledger Book went horribly wrong for us, but still have some plays. He's going to be able to get the Blackluster Soldier out, which this can banish a card, and it can attack the turn it's summoned. And he's going to get the Red Eyes. Now Red Eyes is going to summon another one from his hand, which is another of the Blackluster Soldier. And he's going to go directly to battle phase. I'm going to go ahead and activate the Cubic to redirect it because I'm not trying to lose yet, so I'm going to go do that. I'm just going to block that attack. I'm not gonna negate because I need to block some more attacks right now. We're gonna take another direct attack. That's fine. And then these two cannot attack yet. We do have a situation here that is definitely not good. We drew the Nova Summoner. We can't attack anything right now. Our best bet right now is actually to get to... Man, I don't think we're going to be able to do it, though. I don't think we're going to be able to do it. This sucks. Our best bet right now is to get to a certain card, and I think we all know what it is. Alright, I think I have the only play that we could possibly make, which is going to be Small World, get rid of this, and we have to get to a monster that shares something with Madeon, which I think would be this, because it has 0 defense, just like Madeon has 0 defense. So I think we banish this. It doesn't share level or dragon or any of that stuff, so we're going to get banish that, and then we're going to be able to get to Madeon. And then Madeon, normally we'd be able to summon it the regular way. But right now what we have to do to get Madeon out is we're going to have to tribute, which I don't want to do. But again, I've kind of run through all of the other options that we have available to us. This is really our only option. So we're going to summon this out, and then we go to... We can activate Cube Ascension, but that's not going to really help. I just realized we could have got the Crusadia Avermax, but Crusadia Avermax wouldn't have helped. So we could have link lined 100% to Crusadia Avermax. If we just normal summoned and then linked away those two, we could have gotten to Crusadia. But Crusadia, the problem with him is these two can attack directly. So that's not really good for us. So we needed to do something that would, you know, we have to do something out the board because, again, they can attack directly. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to go to main phase 2. We're going to activate this. And we're going to be able to shuffle all of his stuff back, burn for 1200. So as long as he doesn't draw anything that allows him to special summon all this stuff out, we might be in good shape here. Again, there were two options, Crusadia Avermax and this. And this is the only option that doesn't have us lose the next turn. Because again, his monsters can attack, and this protects his cards. So Monster Reborn is frustrating. So we'll see what he targets. What is he going to target? He's going to target our... Yugioh. It did not allow us to respond. Oh yeah, because we have higher life points. That sucks, actually. We lost our Yugioh, and now we have to deal with Yugioh there. He's going to summon the... He's going to summon that out. We're going to take 3 grand. This duel is not in the best situation for us. So we have 1,500 life points. We have to out this somehow. That's not going to out this somehow. He's going to shuffle him away. And unfortunately, I believe this is it for us. There's nothing that's left that we can really make here. So that kind of sucks. Alright, well, we lost that one fair and square. Alright, we just lost a coin flip, but our hand's looking pretty good, honestly. So we have Crusadia, the Fire, Inari Fire, the Crowley, we have There Can Only Be One, and the Ledger Book. So we have a variety of different cards that are actually quite good. So we'll see how... Depends on what our opponent's playing, but we could do very well here. Our opponent activates Signet Mining, which is the beginning of the end usually. We'll see what he gets to. He discarded the AI card, which means we're probably going to lose this duel since they can summon that monster that's unaffected by everything. If we can get to Mr. Crusadia Avermax, I guess we can probably deal with him. But unfortunately, we are going second, so I don't think we're going to be able to do this. Alright, so our opponent continues to combo off here. They're now on a Cyber Switch. They've got I Meet With You. We've got a lot of good stuff right now going on in their hand. Yeah, this is going to be a rough one. Again, if they can summon the monsters unaffected by everything, we essentially will probably lose this duel because I don't really main deck any outs to that. If he has a monster that's like 6,000 attack, unaffected by everything, there's pretty much nothing I can do. But as long as he doesn't make that, I'd say we're in decent shape as long as he doesn't make that. Because again, like, what am I possibly going to do against that monster? Maybe Unbreakable Spirit, but the problem with the unaffected by everything monsters, you can typically summon a token. So the token will make it so Unbreakable Spirit is an unusable card. Memory of an Adversary doesn't really work. There's a lot of cards, unfortunately, that don't really... We don't have a lot of great ways to deal with a board that has an unaffected monster on it. We do actually have a Kaiju, we have Santa Claus, but it's not in our deck. We cut it a long time ago, and I'm actually considering bringing it back. But the problem is, the way I see it, the deck is better when we build it to go first, and then we win most of our going first games. That's usually the better way to play it. Going second, unfortunately, is a little rough against like modern end boards. It's a little tough to go second, if I'm going to be honest with you. But regardless, you know, we're going to try our best. Our opponent officially has a bunch of different attributes now, which makes the Link 6 play somewhat inevitable. Again, this is a little rough for us. Plus, he's got the Adagnister here. I'm going to be honest with you, I don't believe that we can win this. After kind of reviewing it, I don't think that we're winning this game. They're too deep into it. They have too good. They have negates in the graveyard now. It's just not happening. Alright, we just won the coin flip, excitingly enough. Our hand is looking, I'd say okay. It's not the best hand in the world, but it's certainly not the worst. I guess we have the Analyzer. I'm going to... I want to see if I could burn our opponent's a negate out of our opponent. So I'm going to normal summon this out. I'm going to activate it. Maybe our opponent will max C, or maybe they'll do something. Nope, they don't do anything. So I think we just set a bunch of stuff and pass here. That's our best option. We still don't have any like rocks that we could use, but maybe one day we'll have some. We're going to set these guys, and we have a pretty decent situation here. As long as they don't have like Harpy's Feather Duster, we're okay. Got Memory Loss, There Can Only Be One, and Paleozoic Dinomischus. We've got 2 interruptions and a Floodgate, and if we don't use the Dinomischus, we have the Lightning Vortex as a follow-up. So overall, it's really not the worst hand in the world. It can definitely do a decent job against a lot of meta decks. Our opponent is going to normal summon a Manju, which I guess I can negate that and then change it to defense position. It's probably best. I'm going to activate that, negate their Manju, change it to defense, and then we'll see what else our opponent has. I don't know how useful, based on that getting summoned, I don't know how useful the There Can Only Be One will be for us, but I mean, I guess we'll have to see. Okay, he's going to activate this. Honestly, I think this is our best bet to use the There Can Only Be One. If it happens to be playing a fairy deck, then we out it. If he's playing Chaos Max, then we have to deal with what we have to deal with here. So this is probably our best bet right now. Alright, he sent 2 monsters to the graveyard to summon a Magic-y monster. Alright, so this card at the moment doesn't really do anything to us, this Magic-y Mech Mortar. But I guess it prevents him from summoning machines or fairies, because, I mean, he's got the There Can Only Be One. It is a lot of attack, which is a bit infuriating, but well, yeah, it's not the most annoying card in the world. He's going to activate this. Yeah, this is not the best situation. So I'm not going to lie to you, Magic-y is a really good deck against There Can Only Be One. So There Can Only Be One will not be usable this game because they can play around it fairly well based on just because they have a lot of different types in their deck. So it's not very good for us. So he's going to be able to do a whole lot of other things. He's going to activate that in order to special summon one from the graveyard. This is definitely not looking like the best situation for us. I'm not gonna lie. He has the magic key level 4, which is a pretty good monster actually. We have a magic key too, but we have a magic key in our extra deck. Actually, did I cut it? I cut it from this particular build, but this is pretty good. Piercing the Darkness is pretty good. He gives this extra attack. He should have already activated this, because then when he summoned that normal monster out, he could have drawn for free, but I don't know why he didn't do that, but it's whatever. This card's another card. I would love to play this card if we ever got it in our normal deck. That would be awesome. He's going to be able to set a magic key card directly from the deck, which is pretty cool. Yeah, this is not looking too awesome, but, I mean, it's not the worst situation in the world again. He's going to enter battle. I want to probably out this. He's going to activate that to gain some free attack. We're going to go ahead and chain the Paleozoic Dinomyscus. I'm just going to go ahead and banish this one. And I'm going to discard the Lightning Vortex. Lightning Vortex technically could have outed the board, but... yeah, it technically could have outed the board, but then I have to discard whatever I'm going to draw right now. So I'm going to go ahead and see what our next card's going to be. Purple Poison's not bad because you can out a monster. I think I'm going to normal summon this because it's what, 1200? Yeah, 1200 because I want to get this off the board because this card is actually quite good. He's going to destroy our monster on summon. We're going to activate it in order to destroy his monster. So we're all going to destroy each other, and then we're just going to pass here. That's the best that we've got right now. Again, we could have saved the Lightning Vortex and then popped everything, but we ended up in the exact same position, except he has a Manju for 1400 attack, which I guess is okay. But we also have a trap in the graveyard. We have the Paleozoic trap in the graveyard, which I guess is usable still. And we would have taken more damage also because he would have used the Piercing the Darkness. Alright, our opponent is going to... let's see, overlay into Time Thief. Oh no! It's Traitor! How could he? He's going to go to battle phase and attack over our monster, or directly into our life points. I feel totally betrayed right now. I can't believe this happened. And he's going to rank up into Zeus. Probably Zeus. Let's see what it is. It's probably Zeus. Is it Zeus? Yep, it's Zeus. So now he's got Zeus. He's got more. He stands more to lose from this Zeus than I do, to be honest with you. So we'll see what we get here. We've got a Unbreakable Spirit. I'm not even going to bother to set it because Zeus can just get rid of it. So I'm just going to go to end phase. Since we have no monsters anyway, it would be pointless to do it. Why did he even go into the Time Thief? He should have gone into the Magic Key XYZ monster. And by going into the Magic Key XYZ monster, he would have been able to search a free normal monster, or I think a Magic Key card. And then he would have been able to attack us directly and then go into the Zeus. So he should have just done that. But then again, what am I calling out his misplays for? I've misplayed too. Dark doesn't really do anything. I mean, I guess we could just normal summon Dark. We normal summon Dark, and we set the Unbreakable Spear. I think that's our best bet. I mean, he could Zeus right now. Let's see if he's smart enough to Zeus. We'll just pass, but let's see if he's smart enough to Zeus. He is not smart enough to Zeus. I guess he could Zeus before the battle phase. He should have already Zeused on our end phase. I'm going to go ahead and... hold on, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go to auto, but if he goes to battle, then I switch this to on. He's going to normal summon, get a magic key from the graveyard. He's going to be Beaver Warrior. Sure thing. He's trying to flex on us right now with the Beaver Warrior. This card's actually pretty good too. I would actually play this. Do we have this card? I have to check if we have this. Card's not as bad as I thought it would be. It basically lets you summon a normal monster from the graveyard. This is another card in our normal deck. 1,000,000% I would play. I got to check if I have this. I might actually have this card. He's going to go into this card. He should have gone into this when he went into the Zeus. He's going to detach, search a normal monster, which is going to be this guy. This guy's deck is awesome. I can't even be mad. This deck is like terrific. I love it. We're going to put chaining on. We're going to activate our effect in damage step this time. He's going to attack. He's going to gain attack. We're not in damage step yet, so I'm going to say no. And are we in damage step? Where are we? Is there like something that tells me what area, what phase we're in? I don't see anything, so I guess we're going to activate the Unbreakable Spirit now. He's going to activate the Magic Key card, which is a counter trap, which he did set earlier. So I guess he is going to negate our effect. Yeah, that's a pretty good card. That's a pretty good card. He's going to select Dark, and this is game. But this was a good game. I love this guy's deck, honestly. He did misplay a little bit, so did we, but I actually really liked this deck a lot. Alright, we just won the coin flip. Our hand looks pretty much like it did last turn. We have There Can Only Be One, and the Paleozoic, and we have the Lightning Storm. We have 3 of the exact same cards, like a rerun episode. We're just gonna... Do I even bother setting Arborea? Yeah, I mean, I guess I set Arborea, and then we can discard the other Arborea and keep the Lightning Storm this time around. Yeah, the hand is a lot like the other one. But, I mean, I guess we will see where we go. We'll see if the There Can Only Be One is actually usable this duel. Which, honestly, again, I think it's actually not going to be usable because he's got the Trap Trick deck. So, yeah, this is a little bit tough. This is a little bit tough because I can technically banish this. It does protect. This card is really good because it gives him a double normal summon and it protects his cards. And let's be honest, his Link monster is going to be unaffected by traps regardless. So I'm going to go ahead and use that. I'm going to discard the Arborea, and I'm going to banish this card here. And now we don't have to deal with double normal summon and battle protection. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, though, regardless, this is not a great situation for us. We do have There Can Only Be One, but There Can Only Be One is not super usable. This is an insect, and Sarah, unfortunately, is a plant, so he's going to be able to make Trap Trick Sarah regardless here. But I guess if we lock him in afterwards, I guess we lock him in now. That's an insect, so I guess we lock him in now. Okay, during the main phase quick effect, I guess we respond. What we're going to do is respond. So if he activates that, yeah, now we respond with There Can Only Be One, so he's not able to summon that because this is an insect and this is an insect. So he has two insects, so he's stuck on that. And we're not going to activate the Paleozoic because right now it's not actually going to do anything for us. So we're going to try our best here, but honestly, I don't believe that this is going to end in favor of us just because he can go into Sarah, and Sarah is just everything for this deck. Because it is a plant. So yeah, Sarah's on the field, and it's a Royal Rare Sarah. I know we're definitely screwed if it's a Royal Rare Sarah. He's going to set one monster. We have 800 attack. He has 800 attack. He's going to attack into us with 800. The confidence, the gall, 800 attack, and this guy enters the battle phase. The disrespect, I should say. We're going to draw Shrink. Now we could Lightning Storm or we could Shrink. I mean, I guess we Shrink, right? We could also crash and lose both our monsters. I think the best thing we can do is enter battle phase and attack over it and Shrink. We're going to enter battle phase. He's going to activate to summon a Trap Trick. He's going to activate a Trap Trick monster, which will allow him to set a trap card. But I guess now we can actually go back and Lightning Vortex now. Now that he's done this, we can Lightning Vortex. Now this is all like one big self-fulfilling prophecy, which is a little annoying about Trap Trick, because he activated a Trap Trick monster, which means he can set a card, a trap, and then if he activates a trap, he can summon a Trap Trick monster. So continue to main phase, yes. And now I think we activate the Lightning Vortex to out both of these instead of just one. And now we enter the battle phase. But again, we're still in a very bad situation. I don't think that this is going to work out. Yeah, but you got to remain positive. That's going to special summon itself as a really big monster. Why not? Let's get this thing out here. We're going to activate Paleozoic Dinomischus, put it out. It's 1200 attack. Summon this thing out, and then he's going to be able to summon this monster. This monster's 2400 defense. We can't really do anything about that. So we go to main phase 2. None of our Link 2s really do anything right now, so I think we just pass here and then hope for a better situation next turn. This is, I believe, an insect. Is it an insect? It's a plant, so he can't go into the Sarah off of just this monster. And as long as this is on the field, he can't go into Sarah, so at least that's good. Now, he does have the trap hole thing that flips us face down. That thing exists. Okay, we have a trap monster here. Isn't bad. So we're going to set that, and we're going to pass here. We can't really do anything yet. So he's a little stuck. We're a little stuck. We're both a little stuck right now, and I'm comfortable with where we are right now. We slowed the game down a lot, and he can't really go into Sarah, which is really good, but he can go into other insect monsters. But now he's got insects, and he's got both insects and plants covered up, so he can't go into either right now, which is, I guess, good for us. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens here. Yeah, now all Trap Tricks are insects and plants, so he can't go into either one right now. He's stuck on what he has on the field, and fortunately he can't go into Sarah. That's the main one we have to worry about is Sarah. He's got this Halutea right now. Again, Halutea's 2400 defense, so that makes it kind of difficult to out. What he should probably do, he's going to go to battle phase. What this guy should have done is just crash this Halutea and made a Sarah. We can use Arborea to protect Arborea. Okay. I mean, I'll take it. I will definitely take it. Main phase. I guess we can make the summon Apophis and then start attacking over this. And if he books the Apophis, that's fine with us. Yeah, we'll go ahead and activate that. We'll summon Apophis out right here. If he wants to book it with the one of the trap holes he sets, that's fine. That's fine. That's actually exactly what I want. Because now this is going to get booked permanently, though. It's booked permanently. That's not good. But it turns back into a trap. So is it actually booked permanently? Because does that mean I can't activate it? What's going on? So many questions. Like a conspiracy right now. What happens to it? Can I activate it? I'd say I probably activate it next turn. If I draw a monster, I can go into Crusadia Avermax. I drew a monster. Okay. Things are looking up right now. Can I activate this? I can activate this. Let's see if he books this again. I'm going to activate this. I'm going to be able to summon it. Good. Now we can go into Avermax. Or we can go into Time Thief. And then, yeah, we can go into Time Thief or Avermax. And I'm not really sure which one to really go into here. Zeta, we can go into Zeta too. He's not bad. So we can go into Zeta, Time Thief, Avermax. We have a few different boss options that we have on our field. So I think we summon this and we see where it goes, right? So if he books this or something, we have different plays. And he doesn't book it. Wow. Okay. This is interesting. This is definitely very interesting. We can go straight into Firewall. It doesn't do anything right now, but we can. I mean, that's cool. Go into Enlightened Paladin. Again, doesn't really, I mean, it burns, which is kind of cool. But, so we can go into Time Thief with put a monster back on the top of the extra deck, right? We can do that with a card on top of the extra deck, actually start dodging things. Or we can, I guess we'll see what he does when we make a Baba Barber, right? We'll see if we'll see what he does. We'll see. We'll make Baba Barber and we'll see where it gets us. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So if he negates this or something, then we can play around that. Let's see how he reacts to the Baba Barber. He doesn't react to the Baba Barber. And I honestly don't know if Trap Trick actually has an out to Crusadia Avermax once he hits the board. If I'm going to be totally honest, I don't know if they have an out, like once he's already there. And we've got the Crusadia girl in the graveyard to protect. What is this? Dark Earth. So now we go into... Okay, we almost screwed that up. We go into Link Spider. I just realized we almost screwed it. I'm going to go ahead and go into Crusadia Avermax. We almost screwed that up. We're going to go into the Link Spider. Again, I hope he doesn't have anything for us, but we did screw that up. I just realized we did actually screw that up. Damn it, that sucks. We did screw because this is a Cyburst. We did actually screw this up. Well, this sucks. Okay, I guess we go to battle phase. And we just attack over this. We did screw. Should have just gotten into Time Thief. What are we like trying to do all this crazy stuff for? We should just gotten into Time Thief. Because now we have a Cyburst, and I forgot there can only be one on the field, so we can't go into the Cyburst. This sucks. We had so many options. We picked like the worst possible option we could have possibly picked. He's gonna set a monster. I'm gonna try to clean this up, but this was really a bad decision. Wow, okay. We misplayed. I completely forgot that there can only be one was on the field, but we got bailed out because of our floodgate bailed us out and it hurt us. But I guess in the end, my thinking was if we got Crusadia Avermax out there, we would have definitely won, but I did the order of things incorrectly. Should have just gone into the Time Thief 100% and not even what am I making Time Thief? I mean, what am I making Crusadia for? All right, we got 2 legacy tickets. That win was choppy. All right, we got our pack here. Would I say that win was deserved? I don't know. I don't know if it was deserved. Well, I guess we'll see. We'll let the game decide for us. We got a Vendread card, Arcana card. This would be cool if I could use it. Actually, this one's not cool. I'd rather use Flame Wingman, but I guess that's cool too. Another Fabled card. We got another Fabled card. That's not bad. And this card's actually not bad. It's not the worst card in the world. Let's see if this is usable. 3 level 4 monsters, and this is new. I think this card is actually kind of cool. Yeah, I'm definitely going to play this. So this is it's 3 level 4 monsters, and during either battle phase, when an opponent's monster activates an effect, during either battle phase, we attach a material, negate the effect, inflict 800 damage to our opponent. Actually kind of a cool card. And if we ever do pull Zeus for whatever reason, it makes a 4 material Zeus every single time, which I guess that's really cool. It can send a card from our opponent's deck to the graveyard. I don't know why we would ever want to do that, but I am going to play this card. Then we've got Junk Puppet, another Gimmick Puppet card. Target a Gimmick Puppet in a graveyard, special summon it. I mean, that's pretty cool. We've got a super, which is Beat Raptor. This card's actually not bad either, to be honest with you. Yeah, we need more Beat Raptors for this to really be usable. This card was really, like, it was a decent stun card in the Link era. But most people actually don't summon cards in the extra monster zone anymore. So for that reason, this card is a bit too power crept to be usable. But we technically can search it because we do have all of the dinosaur searcher. Let's see what this is. Atomic Scrap Dragon. This is generic. 1 scrap tuner, 2 or more non-tuner monsters. It is not generic. Okay, so this card is actually not bad whatsoever, but it is very specific. It requires a scrap tuner, which I have to check if we have. And if we do have it, again, should we play this? I don't think we still play this. I mean, we'd have to have like a level 2 and then 2 level 4 monsters. So, and then we can go into this, and all this really does is destroy one of our cards and shuffle back some of our opponent's cards. And then if it's destroyed by our opponent's card effect, it shuffles back from your opponent's graveyard too, not from their field. And on top of that, it basically lets you float into whatever you use as material. So I'll have to check, but I don't think this is going to be super usable. But this card's really awesome, though. We're gonna try this out for sure. All right, let's open these packs. Let's see what we get. Definitely some exciting stuff in these legacy packs. I've learned about so many random cards from these legacy packs. Megalith Ooch. Why is this in a legacy pack? It's just a straight up archetypal card. Why is that in there? Unbreakable Spirit, our second copy. This will probably be used in our pure barrier statue deck, because that is one of the best cards we can possibly have in the pure barrier statue deck. And then we've got the sacred. This requires like tributing, right? All right, so this card's actually not a bad recursion card. If we have rituals, fusion, synchro, and XYZ, for every 2 or more, 3 or more, 4 or more, we get additional effects. We could probably pull off 2 or more because we have XYZ and synchro, but it happens very rarely, so I don't think we're going to consistently pull it off. I don't think that's going to be usable. And then we've got Zanki, which is a level 5, 1500 attack zombie monster. Not going to happen. Overall, Unbreakable Spirit's pretty cool, and I'm probably going to be playing a second copy in that barrier statue deck. Alright, so for this deck, I think I'm going to get rid of either Crooked Cook, because I've never gone into him, or the Evil Gishki Marrowgeist. I've never really used this, so I might get rid of it. It's not like a bad card by any means, but I've never used it because it can shuffle the monster that's destroyed back into the deck instead of sending it to the graveyard, so it can stop floating, which I guess can be good. Whereas this card, Crooked Cook, hasn't really come up. I think I'm going to get rid of him. He's like 1 card away from really being like outrageously good. So if we pull like a right hand shark, he'll be really good. So we're going to put number 104 in there and try him out. I'm going to go ahead and save. Plus this has some decent attack. It's a spellcaster. Let's go try for another win. Alright, we just lost a coin flip, but our hand is actually ready to summon a Crusadia Avermax if our opponent doesn't have any interruptions. So I guess we'll see. They're playing Galaxy Eyes. It depends on our opponent. I mean, I've seen this deck do absolutely nothing, and I've seen this deck do the most. So I guess we'll see what our opponent decides to do this time. But like I said, I've seen this deck accomplish 0 in the past. So we'll have to find out where this goes. Our opponent is absolutely comboing off right now. We've got 3 level 4s on board. They're going into Photon. They're doing a lot, I'm not going to lie. Alright, so our opponent is kind of going off here with the Galaxy Eyes. I'm looking at this, like, this really makes you realize how much support Galaxy Eyes gets. But I swear to you, they get so much support, but the deck essentially does pretty much the same thing that it always did from day one. Which is actually kind of cool, because they keep the main theme of the deck, but at the same time they give it new support. He's playing, like, the old support, the new support. It's actually kind of cool to see. He's mixing all of the different eras of Galaxy Eyes. He's got Photon Dragon. Obviously, just summoned off the XYZ monster for free. So we'll see how far he gets and what he's able to summon here. Alright, he's going to banish 1 monster from our extra deck, which this card actually is kind of annoying. He's going to be able to look at our extra deck turn 1. So depending on what he does, he can banish our Crusadia Avermax right now. He banished Firewall. Okay, that's fine. I wasn't going to use it anyway. Alright, so it's finally our opponent's end phase. They ended on a Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord, which is a monster negate. We have Memory of an Adversary. It's pretty cool. We have this guy makes everybody gain attack, which is kind of cool. I'm going to try our best here. We have the Magistrate. I'm going to go ahead and set this card. I'm going to activate the Penguin Squire. Hopefully he doesn't just shotgun and negate, because if he does, he kind of ends our turn here, if I'm going to be honest with you. But I guess we'll see. If he does shotgun this negate, we could... This could end our turn, but hopefully he lets this slide and he's like, "Oh, I'm going to be smart about it." Okay, this is, well, Mech C is one of those things we have to do what we have to do. We're gonna have to play into this Mech C, because if we don't play into this Mech C, we lose the duel anyway. So we kind of have to play into Mech C. We're gonna change the level of the monster, yes, by 1, but it doesn't matter. I guess it just gives us some versatility. And then we're gonna activate the Penguin Squire to flip this if we can. We have no choice, like I said. They're going to take a Photon and attach it or add it. So they're going to search for a Photon monster, which I think is going to be Photon Jumper or Galaxy Jumper. I forget his name. The one that can like negate an attack or something. Oh no, it's going to be the Stream, which I believe destroys a card. Yeah, banish it. Yeah, target a card, banish it. Alright, so we're going to activate this Penguin Squire. Flip this face up. See if our opponent negates that with the Galaxy Eyes. Again, he shouldn't, but he's going to anyway. That kind of sucks. He's actually saving us cards that he's going to draw. So, in a certain sense, it's kind of good for us that he negated this. And he's going to negate and destroy, and then we're going to not be able to flip that face up. So, I guess that ends our turn. He's going to summon a Galaxy Photon Dragon because of the Afterglow. And then he's going to be able to special summon a number monster or banish a card from our extra deck, which I imagine he's probably going to go with banish a card from our extra deck. A number monster from the field. Okay, so he's going to summon a number monster right here or here, or from our extra deck, which is going to be this guy right here. He can detach and negate one of our effects, but he can send a card, which is, I guess, good for him. We're going to set 2 cards, and I guess we just pass. He has nothing left for us to do. It does suck that we just added this and he already is able to use it. Is this our only number monster too? This is not a number monster. This is not a number monster. This is not. And this is not. But to be fair though, I think the card we took out, this Crooked Cook, is a number monster anyway. So he would have just summoned Crooked Cook anyway. But it does kind of suck that he's going to use our own monster against us. Alright, he's going to activate this. So the Photon Stream to banish our monster. It doesn't really matter that he banished the Magistrate. I mean, we would have to... that thing wasn't going to survive no matter what. And now he's going to start comboing off again with all of the Galaxy Eyes cards. He's got the Photon Dragon. He can do that loop. The Star Liege loop. He's going to do all this stuff. So he's got a few combos. He has 2 level 8s. He can go into a rank 8 monster. The fortunate thing is that Galaxy Eyes don't have a negate for trap cards. They have a spell negate and a monster negate. They don't have a trap card negate yet, which I imagine at some point they are going to get. I don't know when. It's going to be like Hope Harbinger, Trap Dragon. This guy literally plays everything. This is 100% one of those anime duelists. He's playing every single card in the archetype, which is kind of interesting to see. He's going to attack directly, and we do have Cubic Ascension. I could use the... I'm going to use this, because then if I take it with Memories of an Adversary, it doesn't do anything. So I'm going to go ahead and use Cubic Ascension. If he has an Ash Blossom, he kind of screws us right now. He has an Ash Blossom. This duel is essentially over here. I think, yeah, this duel is over because even if I block one of these attacks and we have to, yeah, this duel is essentially over. But good game. Anime duelists are always interesting because it's like they never brick, and they always have like a million different bricks in their deck, but it doesn't matter because they always come up and they never brick them. All right, we just lost a coin flip, but we drew Madeon, so I'm fine with that because this guy can essentially out any board. Theoretically, he's playing Despia, which is at the moment of this recording the best deck by I would say a fairly significant margin. We'll have to see what we're able to do. Madeon can definitely out his board, but it depends on if he ends on. It depends on what he ends on. Alright, so our opponent did manage to get to the Mirror Jade. They've got the Bystial Lubellion. Obviously, these are fairly consistent plays in the deck, but depending on what version you're playing against, sometimes your opponent will not actually make the Bystial Lubellion and they won't summon the Mirror Jade. Sometimes they will actually go the other direction, which is they'll actually summon out the Floodgate to essentially prevent you from playing, but this person didn't do that. They went into the Mirror Jade route, which is the far more classic route, I would say. And now he's going to go into Cartesia, Fuse. He's going to go obviously into the Super Cartesia from the extra deck. This one, Grand Soil Dragon, and he's going to be able to send. And he's going off right now. He can send Saranir, and then Saranir's going to be able to add something back if he wants to. But he's going to send a Sprind. He's going to end on this board. Not the most imposing board in the world, but I mean, Mirror Jade hurts us for sure. Like, Mirror Jade is quite good against our deck. It's a non-targeting banish, and we have Madeon, but Madeon unfortunately does lose to Mirror Jade. He is the out for him. Alright, so we're going to draw. Let's see what we get. We have the Win, the Ranryu. We have a few different spellcasters, the Barrier Statue. I think our best bet right now is to search out... Our best bet is to search out... What's his name? The dude. Iron Dragon Tiamaton. I think this is actually our best bet right now, is to get to him, because if we get to him, we can destroy one of these rows. Well, actually, no, he has the negate for it anyway, so it doesn't even matter. Yeah, he has the negate for the Iron Dragon face down. He's got the trap card. He's got the branded retribution, so even if we do get to it, doesn't really benefit us right now. I think we just, honestly, like I said, I think we go to battle and try to attack. Unfortunately, he does have the banish and stuff, so I don't know if that's going to be usable. Yeah, we're going to normal summon, see where this gets us. Yeah, he's going to activate this to summon a Bestial from his deck, which is going to be the Saranir, and then he's going to quick effect. This duel's pretty much over. There's nothing left. I burned my normal summon. I have the Small World to get into the card, but he has the negate for it. I mean, it's pretty much over. All right, so we just won the coin flip. I'm starting to second guess these Crusadia monsters. I think I'm probably going to cut them back out. I'm going to be honest with you. Crusadia Avramax is an awesome card, but I think building a deck just around summoning him is maybe not the right option for us right now. I'm starting to realize that kind of a little bit halfway through this recording, just because, or I don't know how far I am into this recording, but somewhere in the middle of this recording. The problem with this card is, as good as it is, and it's my favorite Link monster of all time, going first, it really doesn't do much other than just sit there and be untargetable. And it's more of a going second card, or like, oh, we can't out anything, we got to summon something. Going first, I think Time Thief is definitely still the better play. We're going to actually have to Small World to get any sort of play whatsoever to happen right now, so we're going to go ahead and Leona's Small World. We're going to go ahead and use that. I guess we go into Arborea, and then her only similarity is that she's level 3, and then it'll open up all of the different level 4s to us. Or some of the level 4s, I guess. Just this level 4. Yeah, I guess that's fine. So we'll just search him out. And then we can actually... I would special summon him if I could, but the problem is then we have Mr. Squire wouldn't do anything. So I guess we set him, and then we go into Squire. Activate Squire. Summon him in defense mode. Yes, change the level. Reduce it by 1. Activate effect. This is another issue, is like cards like this is a little bit of an issue. Sometimes we draw them, we don't have spellcasters, they suck. Shrink doesn't do anything unless we have the Barrier Statue. On its own, it's just kind of a dead card. We have a few inconsistencies in our deck that we have to kind of figure out. When we figure them out, I think our deck will be better. We're going to summon that out over here. I always have this habit of summoning it way over here for no real reason. And then we're going to set Shrink. And this card, no point to really set. Our opponent has something. I don't know what they have, but they have something. We're going to go ahead and set Shrink, and I think we're just going to pass here. This is probably the best that we've got. I couldn't imagine making something better than that. I think I'm going to remake the deck again. I think I am going to cut the... I think I am going to go ahead and cut the Crusadia cards, because, like, we cannot... Even if we... Like, I don't think we can make Time Thief. I don't think we... Oh, he's playing Numerons. Okay. That's actually interesting because we're going to be able to use Time Thief to get his monsters off the board. So the problem is the Crusader cards are like decent, but level wise they don't work with the rest of our deck. Arborea is better because she can help us go into link play, so I guess that is good. But the problem with them is normally we can't like turbo the card out turn 1 anyway, so it's not super helpful. Our opponent's playing some super duper going second OTK deck. He's got the Gizmek, he's got Numerons in there. This guy's playing going second turbo. He's going to summon out the Numeron wall. I'm not going to get OTK this turn for sure because I can get Time Thief off the board. So at least that part is good. But he does have the follow-up, and his follow-up's actually quite good because he's got Gizmek every single turn. And Gizmek is pretty tough for us to deal with. We don't have any like banishing. I guess we have Shrink and stuff, but we're going to go ahead and let that slide. Yeah, he's going to summon out all of these, and we're definitely going to use Time Thief to get rid of our monster before he can OTK us. Alright, he's in battle phase now. He's going to declare an attack. I'm going to activate Time Thief. I'm going to detach. And it doesn't matter who I detach, but I'll detach the Numeron wall, banish everything. Or banish him, send those to the graveyard, and we'll take 4,000 damage. And I guess we'll see where this goes afterwards, but we'll take 4,000 damage. Alright, we're taking more. Again, I'm fine with this damage. What sucks is actually not the damage. What sucks is the monster that he's going to summon after the damage, which is probably going to be a Crusadia Avermax of his own. And that we, quite ironically, do not have an out to a Crusadia Avermax. He's going to set a monster in addition, and he's going to end phase, so all of these are going to get banished. That's fine with me. And then we're going to get the Time Thief back out. And all of his I don't know why he didn't do something with that. I have no clue. He's going to set one monster face down. Messenger of Peace actually isn't the worst card in the world right now. We're going to activate Time Thief, see what we get. We're going to get a spell card so we can draw. I'm going to go ahead and use that for sure. We definitely need to draw because our hand is a little bit rough. We can get a barrier statue. That would be Maetion's not bad. If we can get to, I was going to say if we could get to a barrier statue right now, that would have been crazy. But we're going to attack. We're going to see what we can do here. Our opponent's going to activate Gizmek, and that's actually completely fine with me. Gizmek is going to put himself on board. Again, that's fine with me. Continue attack. Yes, I'm going to continue the attack into his existing monster. Again, I could Shrink, but Shrink, I think, wow, that's not good. Okay, is that game? This cuts original attack. That's not game, but it's a lot of damage. That's definitely a lot of damage. Okay, so now we go to main phase 2. I didn't see that coming, I'm not going to lie. I should have seen that coming. I'm going to activate Messenger of Peace. That will prevent him from attacking with his existing monsters. And yeah, it'll prevent him from attacking with his existing monsters and allow us to kind of play a little slowly for a little while here. And he can't use the effect of the Numeron network right now, which is actually good for us. We do have Maetion, but Maetion really doesn't do much for us right now. I'm not gonna lie, but we'll see what we get off of his deck. We got Grand Manju of our own under him as material. We don't even have to use the effect of Time Thief unless we have to protect ourselves somehow. But this Messenger of Peace was definitely a good draw. We can only use it for 16 turns, but essentially at this point every attack they have is gonna win him the duel. He's gonna go to battle phase. He can't attack, but he's gonna enter the battle phase. He's gonna Raigeki in main phase 2. But we have a monster underneath, so that's just not going to do anything. So we're going to go ahead and, yeah, we're going to go ahead, detach, and protect our own monster. So he'll destroy absolutely nothing right now, which is good for us. He also could have just used Gizmek's effect to pop our monster. He didn't have to. He didn't have to Raigeki us. That was a little over the top. Now we're going to activate Time Thief to bring himself back. This is an interesting duel, I'll say that for sure. I don't know why I didn't summon it here, but I mean, whatever. We still got... There can only be one. Doesn't really do much right now because he's got a Fiend and a Machine, so they don't do much. We're going to activate Time Thief to get another Thard. We're going to get another Grand Manju. This is like insane right now. We're going to pay the maintenance cost of 1,000. I'm not going to activate this. I'm not going to attack. I can't attack anyway because I cut his attack. I mean, I have the card on the field that prevents me from attacking. This is actually interesting. There can only be one. We'll just pass here, honestly. This is about as good as we're going to get. We're going to have to really... If we can get into... Even Mech Knight really doesn't save us right now because Mech Knight is good, but we do know... At least we know this. He only has one Grand Manju left. We know that because... One Grand Maju was underneath us, and the other one we have underneath us right now, underneath our X-Seed material. So right now he's only got, this is his last Grand Maju. He doesn't have any more. If any monster's set, it is not a Grand Maju. So at least we know that. We can actually do some crazy stuff with Time Thief even under the Messenger of Peace. We can use Meiteon under Messenger of Peace, so we can actually activate Time Thief, banish itself, and then summon the Meiteon, and then get rid of these two if we need to. If we needed to do that, but right now we're still figuring things out. We've got the Ron Ryu. We're going to activate the Time Thief Redoer to get a card underneath. A spell card would be nice so we could draw something. It is a spell card, thank you. It's the same spell card. What's with us in getting multiples? So we're going to activate Messenger of Peace, pay 1,000. Yes, we definitely want to pay 1,000. Activate Time Thief Redoer. We're going to detach the Limiter Remover to draw a card. Crowley. Again, he can't attack us anyway right now, so we can summon things in attack mode, no respect. Summon out this dude, and then we can go into a variety of different things. But honestly, I think as of right now, we can go into Direwolf too and pop this. But we don't have enough to go for game right now. So I think we actually just, believe it or not, I think we actually just pass here and then we wait for more stuff to kind of drop down. Yeah, we still have more stuff that we can do. So I think we just pass right now and then we just keep accumulating resources under Time Thief. We'll switch this to defense mode later, but right now I think this is our best bet. We're going to activate the effect of Time Thief Redoer. We're going to get a spell card, which is kind of cool. It's a Call by the Grave. Raigeki. So we're going to go ahead and activate Time Thief. Again, we got to save our skin here. We're going to go ahead and activate this. We're going to detach the Call by the Grave to draw a card, and we're going to detach the Grand Maju to banish itself. We're going to draw the Inkari. These are going to get destroyed, and I think one of them floats. If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect sent to the grave, you target a monster with 1500 attack, 200 defense. I guess we don't have any. If we had this Inkari Fire in the graveyard, we could have done it, but we don't. If he draws a 1400 attack monster, it's literally game because Messenger of Peace doesn't stop it, and he can attack with it. But I guess we have Shrink, so we can cut it in half. We can save some money. We're going to get this back out. We're going to keep using it. Keep saving us. I mean, what am I going to say? We're going to draw. We got the Possessed Dark. We're going to activate the effect of Time Thief Redoer, which is going to get us to a spell card. And then we're going to activate this to pay the maintenance cost again. This is a rough duel. There's a lot going on, but like we are having a little bit of trouble right now. We're going to detach, draw a card. That's actually really good against this. I guess we just save our resources for now. We already, like I said, we can't really get rid of the Messenger of Peace right now, but we have an out now to the final. We have an out now, which is good. We have an out. That's important because we have this plus this is can make us any level 4, and then we can pop this if we need to. We can pop this, and we have the Forbidden Chalice. We don't have game yet, but we have pretty close to something really usable. So we're going to set one card and we're just going to pass. I don't want to special summon yet because if I special summon now, I kind of just screw myself anyway. All right, we're going to activate the effect of Time Thief. We're going to get a monster, which is another Gizmek. That is the last thing that I wanted to see. Gizmek is really good. It is a hard once per turn, but it's really good because it's essentially a recurable resource that you can use like a million times. But we have the out to the Grand Maju, which is actually quite nice here. Okay, so now we have a lot of things going on here. We have the Time Thief. We have multiple special summons. We have the draw off the Time Thief, which is a Lightning Storm. We can activate Messenger of Peace again, but I think we can start picking apart his board. We can definitely start picking apart his board here. I guess I'll have to see. The problem with him is we have this to deal with. And this is really, really good. This is annoying because it'll recur itself. So we can out the Grand Maju right now, but then we have to deal with this. And this is actually kind of tough for us to out. And that's kind of our problem. So I guess we do activate the Messenger of Peace till we get one more monster into play. And then I'll start making things happen here. So I guess we activate this to get a draw. And that's pretty good, actually. That barrier statue is pretty good. That barrier statue I'm going to set, and this might be exactly what we need. So I'm going to set this in defense mode, and that might be what we need. Because if we can, we're going to out this, and then yeah, we're going to out this, and then main phase 2. Yeah, we'll see what we're going to do. I think we actually have some decent plays here now. That's actually pretty good. So we're going to be able to, if he doesn't have lightning, if he doesn't out us this turn, we probably can actually win this duel. All right, we're going to activate Time Thief to get another card off the top of his deck. And it's a spell card. Again, we're going to be able to draw. It's a Forbidden Droplets. He's going to Lava Golem us. That actually sucks really, really badly. That sucks. I don't even know what to really do with Lava Golem now. Wow, that really sucks. Man, today's been rough. Jeez, Lava Golem. You gotta be kidding me. That'll burn us for 1,000, and that'll essentially end the game now. Damn. What do I do? I did not see that coming. Memory of an adversary. Man. So we can use this, but then we can't out this. That is really bad. And then we've got the Messenger of Peace. So I guess we resolve the Lava Golem. We have no choice here. And we burn ourselves for 1,000. Can't really afford to really use this anymore. No. We have to get rid of this Lava Golem at some point. Ugh, that sucks. That really, 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 really sucks. Normal summon the Familiar. Special summon the Inkari Fire. We can use this to summon another card, but it doesn't matter anymore. Ugh, man. This stupid ass Lava Golem. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and activate this. Special summon from our deck, from our hand I mean to say. And now we have 4 monsters. We can go into Brute Enforcer and Baba Barber. And then we can go into Crusadia Avermax. So we can go 1 and 2, 1 and 2. And then we can go into... I mean, I guess we can actually use this if we want to. I don't think Maytonin is coming in handy anytime soon to pop this. So he doesn't have like a follow-up of a Numeron network. But honestly, I think he has other ways to get to it. This isn't really usable either, so... I think we just go for Baba Barber now. 1 and 2. And I want to keep the Maytonin just in case we need to go out of nowhere into something. So now we go into Crusadia Avermax. And I want to keep as little monsters as possible on board because he has the nonsense, if we're being honest. Crusadia Avermax. I'm going to activate the Forbidden Chalice targeting this. And now we go to battle phase. Memories of an Adversary is a totally unusable card right now. We're going to attack. We're going to see what happens. That does get destroyed. He has no more Grand Manju, so we don't have to worry about them anymore. This lets us target one monster on the field destroyed, so that's not going to be usable. He has a monster, so he can't use Numeron Network. Memories of an Adversary is a dead card. I should have just used the Brute Enforcer anyway. There's no monster that's 200 attack. And now we just pass on this, and we hope that's enough. We really, really hope that's enough. He's going to activate, target a monster on the field. Yeah, I guess he has to target himself because our monster can't be targeted. Good for him. Good for him. So he's going to target and destroy. I'm cool with that. He destroyed his own monster. We're untargetable. And do we have any Crusadias in graveyard? We don't have Crusadias in graveyard. I think we use them. Yeah, we use them to search other Crusadias. It would be cool if we had the Arborea, but Arborea unfortunately is gone. But now we can go into... He can go into the Numeron Network, but we do have the out for that. We have the There Can Only Be One for the Numeron Network stuff. That's fine with me. We literally have the out. I'm going to let him attack me one time at least because we do gain attack. And is that once per battle during damage calculation? That's every time. That's not once per turn. That's once per battle. So if he attacks us, we gain attack equal to his monster no matter what. Oh, man, I didn't expect that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and activate the There Can Only Be One. So he will only have one. I guess he'll only control one by the end of it on resolution. So I guess we'll have to see what he's able to do. He's gonna draw one. Okay, that's good. And now this card is kind of dead. It doesn't really do anything. It's just one Xseed monster. If he drew... Yeah, he didn't draw what he needed to draw. That's fine. Dragoodies is actually quite good too. I guess we just go to battle phase attack over his monster. His lightning storms are dead right now, which is good. He's going to max C, it's fine. His lightning storms right now are dead. I am not going to summon a second monster because we've already seen that he plays Lava Golem. So I'm definitely not going to do that. I'm going to activate Dragoodies and I'm just going to pass here. Alright, he's going to end phase and we're going to draw Purple Poison Magician, which I can't really do much with. Purple Poison Magician, unless we can, again, I don't want to play into his Lava Golem, so I'm just going to go to battle and just attack over his monsters. He's got a ton of hand traps in his hand right now. Now, he doesn't have any more Grand Manjus, that I know for sure, but he does have a ton of hand traps because obviously we haven't done anything that could have been hand trapped. I think he's gone through his entire package of Numeron stuff, so I think that's gone. He has this on the field clogging his Lightning Storm from being able to be used. And then he's... Yes! Man, that was a clean win. I mean, not really clean, but That was a good win. That was a solid win. That was like all around. I'm happy with that win. That could have gone very, very badly in a lot of different ways, but we won. We somehow won 200 life points. That was a dog fight. That was great. All right, so we've got 5 legacy packs. What is it, like a new record? And we leveled up. Awesome. All right, let's enter the store here. We got a master pack. That was a very well-deserved win. Can't wait to see what we get out of this one. Like I said, I was talking about cutting the Crusadia package, and I really might cut the Crusadia package. Silent Sword Slash, Flower Guardians, don't have enough of those. Evil Gishki, don't have enough of those to make it usable. Salamangre Coyote, that's our second copy of this card, so our fire deck might be headed in that direction. What does this do? This card's not like horrific, actually. It's a decent reptile support card, honestly. Then we've got Catapult Zone, has to do with rocks. We don't have a lot of those. And then we've got DD Seeker. This lets us banish target a face-up monster we control, banish until the end phase. I mean, I don't see how that's totally useful. So overall, not the best pack, but we've got a ton of legacy packs to open, so it's fine. All right, so here's our legacy packs. Let's see what we get out of these. The last legacy pack actually had some good stuff, so let's see what we get out of this one. We got the essentially fake Karibo, and then we've got Metal Detector. This card's not really that great. It just negates counter traps. I mean, not counter traps, continuous traps. It's not that useful for us. And then we've got Fishborg Launcher, which we don't have any. It can only be used for synchro of a water monster, and unfortunately we do not have any water synchros. Dark General Freed is a warrior monster. May go in our warrior deck. Yeah, this card's actually not bad. Maybe our chaos deck, maybe our warrior deck, but it's definitely not a bad card. It's kind of like it's like a 5 out of 10 card. It's not like the best card. It's not like the worst card. If we can get it out, it can create some cool value. This is an Elemental Hero card. This is, unfortunately, so this card can be good because it can essentially end games in certain situations, but it's very, very situational. It can make one of our cards attack directly, but I mean, again, very situational. And then Manju Garzette. This card is actually kind of an interesting card because we can tribute a monster and it becomes the combined attack of both of those monsters. But there's actually a power crept version of this card that is much better. So this is the really old version. There's a newer version of this card that's much better. That is like, I mean, it's kind of cool because you can take two 1500 attack monsters. Oh shoot, now it's 3000. Like it could come up, but honestly, it's a little bit slow as far as. Yeah, it's a little bit slow. And then we've got Avatar of the Pot. We need Pot of Greed to use that card. We don't have Pot of Greed, so obviously we don't have Pot of Greed because it's banned. So it's literally a useless card. And then we've got Order of the Emperor. All right, so this card is not super great. Basically, when a monster effect is activated, on normal summon, we can negate that, and then the player whose effect activated draws a card. It's a continuous card, which I guess is cool. But at the same time, it basically negates like Monarchs, it negates normal summon Searchers. Like it negates stuff like that, but it lets your opponent recur the stuff that they, it lets them recur. So like, let's say they summon a Luber, we can negate the Luber and then they draw another card. It is cool that it's continuous, so we can use it every single time. And is it mandatory to, when a monster effect is activated, that activates when a monster is normal summoned, negate the activation? Yeah, so it's mandatory, and it can actually negate our own effects, but we don't have any like on summon effects that are, I don't think it works that well. So I mean, it's definitely a cool like floodgate-ish card to think about, but I don't like the fact that it gives new life to our opponent. All right, so this is the deck here. Honestly, I might cut some of these Crusadia monsters. They just don't really mix with the rest of our deck super well. It is cool that we can like do stuff, but by next episode, I might cut them. I think this episode, I'm just going to thug it out. I'm just going to go ahead and play with them in the deck. Because right now, it's not that they're bad. They just, they're level 3s. And sometimes we draw hands that don't get to Crusadia Avermax. And if we don't get to Crusadia Avermax, we just have level 3s that don't really do anything for us. So that can be a little bad. I might keep one Arborea and then cut 2 of these. And then just put like a level 4 or like hand traps or something that we played before. I might just do that instead. Alright, so I've decided to put back Unbreakable Spirit and Threatening Roar and then reduce the Leonis and one Arborea, so I'm going to save that. Like I said, they just don't really mix with our deck quite as much as we would like for them to mix with our deck. So we're going to go ahead and replace those temporarily, and we'll see how the deck performs without them. Because they have been a little bit bricky because they're level 3 monsters and they don't mix super well with the rest of our deck. Plus, the cards we put in help our Barrier Statue, although we haven't really been seeing the Barrier Statue all day long. I'm going to see how that kind of does for us. I'm probably going to Like I said, I've been changing the deck every episode, and I intend to do it next episode too. So I guess for now, we'll see how this does. Alright, we just won the coin flip. Let's see what our hand looks like. Our hand is Arborea. I try to cut it, and it still comes in. Our hand is not the best hand. There's another card that is on the chopping block. Like, this card comes up in a lot of situations where we really don't want to see it. It's a good card. It bounces dragons. It special summons. It searches a fusion, which we can't really use that part. But, like, the special summon a spellcaster, that part is pretty good. This card might be on the chopping block. Like, I like the card, but sometimes we draw hands that make it a little unusable. Right now, we have some plays, but they're not the best plays. But I'm going to make the plays that we can possibly make. So I'm going to activate that to special summon this dude out, and then we're going to normal summon Crusadia Arborea, and we're going to go into the Psy-Frame. So we're going to go into these. Again, it'd be cool if we could search a fusion that was relevant. Like right now, we could have searched it, but we don't really have anything to do with it. It's not like the worst end board you could possibly imagine, but it's definitely could have been better. So we're going to set this, and we're going to set the Forbidden Chalice. I guess that's technically a monster negate. And then we've got the Power Frame, and then we've got the Zeta. So we have a banish of a special summon monster, and we also have the Forbidden Chalice. So we have a half-decent hand here. Our opponent's going to activate Harpy's Feather Duster immediately. I'm not going to respond to that because I'm not going to negate my own Zeta for no reason. So I'm going to let that slide for now. That would have really helped our opponent last game. They would have absolutely demolished us if they drew that. Now our opponent's going to activate... Wow, this is Libromancer. You don't see this very often. He has an ultra rare Libromancer too. Like I said, this is not a deck that you see very often whatsoever. It's going to add a Libromancer. He special summoned this, so we can negate it. I mean, we can banish both of them, but that won't really do anything. He's 1800 attack. He doesn't really do much. So right now, he's still going to be able to search on summon anyway, so that doesn't really matter. He's going to add Geek Boy. I guess we save it for a ritual. Reveal one ritual, special summon this card. We can banish the ritual with the Zeta, but right now, Zeta's not really doing much for us. Our opponent's going to add a Libromancer spell with the Geek Boy now. So he's got the Geek Boy, and he's got the Fire, and he's going to add the Libromancer spell. It's the continuous spell I believe he just added. And he is going to activate that. He's going to set a Libromancer directly from the deck. He's going to set the field spell, which is quite good. This is a very high rarity deck. There's a lot of URs here. SR, UR. This is an SR. This is a UR. This is kind of a high rarity deck for what it is. It's like, what, a tier 3 rogue deck? And this, there's all these URs involved in it. It's kind of a pricey deck. Alright, he's going to ritual summon using the field spell, which is also a pretty good card. He's used most of its effect. He used the on activation effect, and now he's using the ritual effect, and obviously that's a hard once per turn. He's going to ritual summon it using both of these cards. Now he's going to, let's see what he summons. He's going to summon Doombreaker, which is another UR. Jeez, man, this is like, it's like a deck of $100 bills. It's like non-stop. During your main phase, you can set one Libromancer trap. I'm going to go ahead and activate Zeta now, only because I don't want him to get that effect off, but he might have some, yeah, he doesn't have protection. Alright, at least that's good. So now he can't use the effect, the ignition effect, to set a trap card directly from the deck. And I guess our board is empty, so if we draw something useful, we can do something with it. But he's got a pretty decent advantage loop. Every card he has is like an SR or UR. This is a really expensive deck. It makes you feel kind of bad for certain decks. Yeah, that card we just banished is a UR. This is the field spell's a UR. Like, this is, I mean, guys, it's a rogue deck. Like, why is everything a UR and SR? This is kind of outrageous. Oh, and he's got those guys in there too. He's got the gold pride cards in there too. Alright, he's gonna add another UR. No, it's a rare. It's like the super UR deck. It's like almost every card in the archetype's a UR. It's actually kind of sad to see to a certain degree. This is another UR right here. He activated the fire burst. He used it to reveal earlier in the duel. Alright, he's going to use Ash Blossom to ritual summon. I think he just used the field spell to ritual summon that out too. And he's going to just end phase. I guess he just, yeah, fire start. He's going to end phase. We're going to draw, see what we get. We got Unbreakable Spirit. Unbreakable Spirit. isn't super usable right now, but I guess it helps us out his monster and then keep him off of his monster. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Unbreakable Spirit doesn't do much of anything, so I guess we go to battle phase. Attack over the this girl here, the fire starter. Attack over this main phase. I don't really see a point to set this, but I guess the only reason we set it is just in case we draw something usable. Turn chaining on. We're going to end phase, and then during his turn, we're going to get rid of this Libromancer Doom Broker. We're going to get rid of it probably in the draw phase because again, I don't want him to set a trap card directly from the deck, so I'm going to try to do it as soon as possible because I'm a little afraid of the trap cards that he's going to be able to set. So I'm going to do that as soon as I can because I'm not trying to deal with that, honestly. He's going to activate the emergency teleport to special summon. That's fine. Our interruptions are basically gone now. But again, it's like nothing we could have really done. He's going to summon the, I believe the card, no, not, I was going to summon Doom, Libromancer Geek Boy. Which I didn't even know was Psychic. That's kind of crazy. And then he's going to add a Libromancer spell directly from the deck. Our opponent's going to special summon a level 7 token using this dude right here, the Revitalized. The field spell is going to allow him to ritual summon because this is a level 7. So he's going to be able to summon that Doom Broker. Not the Doom Broker, the first card he revealed, the Fire Burster, I think. But the UR he's going to be able to special summon out. Yeah, he's going to summon the Fire Burst out. The Royal Fire Burst. And then he's going to target a spawn trap card and destroy it. So I guess it was wrong to set it. But at the same time, whether I set it or not, it really wouldn't have made an impact whatsoever, being that this card is kind of dead anyway. So he's going to attack us directly for 7,000 because his attack is doubled. And we basically lost. Honestly, we shouldn't have hung in that long anyway, but I mean, I guess... Yeah, we shouldn't have even been in that game anyway. We probably should have just scooped right away. Alright, so we just won the coin flip. Our hand is... It's okay. It's okay. We've got... We can get the Time Thief. That's our best bet. Again, this card is really like... You guys tell me, do I keep this card? Like this card, I don't know if it's just because sometimes you get a small sample size where sometimes I'll draw the same card, oh, this brick this, oh, this brick this, but there's a lot of situations where this card is actually quite good. Maybe we're just getting kind of unlucky with it, but it's almost like it seems like a card that we're drawing every single turn, and it hasn't been really too usable for us. We're going to normal summon that. He's probably going to max CS because it's giving him an option to do something. Oh, there's a warrior. I guess we just set this and pass. I forgot this wasn't a spellcaster. It searches spellcasters, but it's not a spellcaster. But honestly, that wasn't even like a misplay. We've got this, which special summons a spell, a fairy spellcaster, wing beast, or a beast. He's playing Mount of the Bound Creator, which is honestly seeing that. Yeah, that gave me a little bit of hope. I was about to get a little dramatic, but that was like that. That's the kind of card you want to see. You see Mount of the Bound Creator, you're like, okay, we've got a shot. Let's see, draw phase. I saw that, honestly though, I'm not gonna lie to you, I saw the Japanese name, I saw the Dragon Maid mate, I was like, this duel's over, they're about to be playing like Math Mech, but when I saw this, things turned around for the best. So we can go into Ranryu or the Archfiend. We can go into either. I think we go into Archfiend. Now the question is, do we go into... Oh, he's going to be able to tribute everything we have on board to summon a god card. Oof, I should have seen that coming. He is playing Mount of the Bound Creator. He's going to tribute all our monsters to summon a Raw Sphere mode on his board. I don't have any response to that. He's going to Raw Sphere mode, which means he can go into Mr. Winged Dragon of Raw regular, because he can tribute it. That is incredible. He's going to activate the Knight cards, which I guess he's playing all of this stuff. He's going to summon 3, the Jax, Queen, Knight, all of that stuff. He's going to be able to summon all of those eventually. He's going to search, then he's going to summon. It's a little bit of a process, but he's going to be able to do everything. So now he's going to special summon a Jax Knight from his deck, which is essentially enough material to summon a god card, but he's going to, I guess he's going to overlay. Why didn't he just summon the Jax Knight? Heroic Champion. He's going to get rid of that and special summon out Mr. We can there's so much going on in this duel. This is such an interesting, like, I don't even know what this guy's doing. I'm just in shock right now. Alright, let me read this real quick before I make any commitments here. Okay, so this card's fine. It would have been good. He should have already used it at the start of the battle phase, but he didn't, so we're actually okay. We're going to activate the... We're going to activate Summon Out Yugioh. We're actually going to use the effect of Yugioh because main phase 2, you can just pay 1,000 life points and send our Yugioh to the graveyard anyway. So we might as well use the Yugioh. We can block another attack, but I don't think that's actually that usable. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and then we're going to take the 2,500. And then this is negated, so we can't really use his effects to send our cards to the graveyard. So this is essentially a dead card. And this card's actually quite good, but we're going to try to deal with it here. There can only be one, doesn't really do anything for us right now. But leaving it there, we can leave this in defense mode, and that should be half decent enough. Ron Ryu, I guess we can summon in defense mode. We set there can only be one. I think we just leave the Ron Ryu, and then we just pass on this. Very odd situation right now. This is not in any way what I expected to play against. I mean, I could have set the Ron Ryu because it does float into the nefariousness, but again, I don't really see the purpose of that. He can activate that, but his life, I mean, he's negated, so I don't even know why he would activate that. It's literally negated, so that doesn't matter. I can't actually target any of his level 10 monsters, which is, you know, kind of interesting. He's gonna use the Joker's Wild card, but we do have there can only be one to kind of deal with some of his effects. So if he gets multiple here onto the board, we can actually, if he normal summons this, and let's see if he activates this effect. He is going to activate this effect, so I'm going to go ahead and I want him to draw the Jack's Knight later on. I want him to brick. So I'm going to activate this now because I don't want him to summon the Jack's Knight from the deck because I'd rather him brick on it later on. So let him deal with it. So now he's going to have to send until he has one warrior on the field. I imagine he's going to keep the Heroic Champion. So right now he's got this is can't activate its effects, can't attack. And yeah, the Jack's Knight can be summoned, but then he's going to have to re-choose again. But actually he can't summon it because he has the Heroic Champion, that's a warrior. So he's not going to be able to summon that. He has a very odd deck. Like there's a lot going on. He's going to go to battle phase, he's going to attack the Yugioh. Please attack it. That's perfect, because now I can activate the Yugioh, and I'm going to put the Yugioh in the back row. Now he has 2 negated monsters. Beautiful. Yugioh is not coming handy in the last few duels, but it's actually really, really coming up right now. Like I said, I would love to pull a little brother for him, but where are the other Yugiohs? He's going to end phase, target a light warrior, shuffle it, and then, what is that, draw a card or add it back to the hand? Yeah, that's fine. Again, under there can only be one. That card is essentially kind of useless, and he's going to add this card to the hand. He's going to shuffle that back, add this to the hand. Again, that's not super useful under there can only be one. We're going to draw the Golden Summoner, which is cool. So we're going to go ahead and actually this returns dragons, but that's not used. So again, we just kind of save it for later. We're going to summon the Golden Dragon Summoner. We can start outing things, like we can pop this if we want to. But again, we don't really want to right now. But I'm going to go ahead and try to summon that. I guess we can pop this and then... But no. Why would I pop this? It searches a divine monster. I'd be a moron to do that. And then I can pop this if I want to. But that's permanently negated, essentially. This is permanently negated and can't attack. So they're better left as bricks. We don't really have a reason to out them. So I think we just go into Mr. Time Thief right now. And we just start doing our thing. Again, if he has that other card, he can't even use it, actually, now that I think about it. He can't even use it. So we're going to summon Mr. Time Thief. And we're going to summon this back out. This is the duo no one ever expected. We're going to summon it right here. That way we can possibly use our other cards. But now we just end phase. And then we hope to get spell cards and trap cards off the top of his deck. That way we can actually do more stuff. So you can add that to his hand. Again, this... You know, this is actually a cool loop that he has because he can put stuff back. Wow, his deck is huge. 47 cards, and he's got all these cards already out. Is he playing a 50-something card deck? You love to see it. Now, he can't summon any divines. He can't summon any warriors because his deck is essentially all warriors. And we're going to get a card off the top. It's going to be a Guardian Slime, which does not trigger when it's sent to the graveyard. I think it has to be sent from field to graveyard or hand or field to graveyard. So it's not going to trigger because it's Exceed material. You just set a card, set another card. There's a lot of cards that we can draw that would be really good, but I guess we'll see what we draw. Right now, his monsters can't be destroyed by card effects. We can activate the Nefariousness to summon it back, but I don't think it's super usable. No, we don't want to do that. Actually, what's his name would be really good right now. That's not bad. What's his name would be really good right now, actually, funny enough. The Crusadia. See, this is one of those situations where we're in a slow down game state, and Crusadia would be really, really good for us. So I guess if we can get to it, that would be good. That's actually pretty good. We can put something back. But right now, like I said, right now we're not really in a position to really accomplish anything like that. So we don't really have a route to Crusadia Avermax that doesn't include Cyber. So we can't go into him out of a Cyber. So that can be a little bit rough because this is a Cyberse monster. We have Baba Barber and we have this, which is a warrior, which is good. But then we don't really have a way to get to him without using up Time Thief. I guess we just set this. And we pass here. End phase, we pass. We still don't really have an out to the Winged Dragon of Ra. I mean, we do because we have the Time Thief Redoer, but I guess we have to kind of wait here to accumulate more resources. This is the other kind of drawback to our deck. It is very slow, so man, we have 2 trap cards. That's awesome. That is awesome. Alright, it's going to set another card here. Nefariousness, again, we can use it, but I don't think it's going to help. We can out this. Here's the problem, right? If I use this to put Winged Dragon of Ra back on top of his deck, if he has another Soul Crossing, it's just tribute the Time Thief, and I can't respond to Soul Crossing. Yeah, literally, it's a card that cannot be responded to. So, unfortunately, immediately tribute 1. Your opponent controls, even though you control them. Actually, we can respond to this. I don't know why I said that. Somebody lied to me. Yeah, that's fine then. Okay, so then we just activate Time Thief. Activate Time Thief, and we're going to detach a trap, which is this trap, because it doesn't have a recurable effect. We're not going to detach anything else. We're going to put this back on top of his deck. And we don't want to activate anything else. Nope. And then we can, next turn, we can start entering battle and doing stuff. Trimagistus isn't, like, bad, but right now it's not really doing anything for us. We're going to activate, get a monster card. We're going to get the Winged Dragon of Ra. Oh, yeah, we just put that Winged Dragon of Ra, so we get it back. I totally forgot. We actually get it back regardless, so it doesn't matter. We're going to change to attack mode. And I'm going to activate this effect to put his monster on top of his deck. And we're going to detach this. And that's it. And then we're going to put this back on top of his deck. So now we can start getting in for some battle here. We don't have a tuner that works with this, because then we could have gone into like a level 4, but it doesn't really help. Again, these two are kind of bricking us here, which is a little frustrating. But if we had more spellcasters, they wouldn't be. But right now, they're not doing as much. They're not carrying their weight, unfortunately. So we're going to attack directly. And we're going to see if we can squeeze through an attack here. He's going to activate the Ultimate Divine Beast. He can summon a properly summoned... Discard target 1 divine in your graveyard. Does he even have any? Like... Can he summon this? Cannot be special summoned, so he can't summon that. So what is he summoning? What is he even activating that for? He can't summon anything. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the deal with that was. Okay, that's fine. So we're gonna Time Thief attack during the main or battle phase. Send 1 spell. Okay, that's fine. And then he's gonna discard. Man, he's gonna be able to use this whole effect. So I guess he's gonna be able to block the Queen's Knight. He's gonna block our attack with the Queen's Knight. That's fine. Alright, we're just going to end phase here. He's kind of stuck on what he's got. We took his God card. He's able to shuffle back and then add that card back to hand. Again, it's not a bad resource loop, but he's actually just putting more bricks back into his deck that aren't helping him. And he's adding back cards that don't really help. So, I don't know if this is the right strategy for him. It is cool that he gets the cards back, but maybe not the best resource loop. He's going to draw. We're going to definitely activate Time Thief. We're going to activate it. We're going to add something. Let's see. Traps are good, but so are anything. I mean, monsters are good. we're going to be honest, monsters, spells, and traps are all good. Alright, he's going to special summon 1 Fiend token. 0 attack, 0 defense. The controller has to pay 1,000 or destroy it. He's going to summon a metal token, essentially, which is fine by me. 0 attack, that's fine with me. He's going to go to battle phase. And he's going to go to main phase too. Well, that is the instant retreat. Use the Jack's Knight card, that's fine. Yeah, this resource loop is actually kind of cool. It just requires you to play a lot of bricks in your deck. I can understand why people play it for sure. Like I said, it's kind of cool. So now we know what everything in his hand is. He has a King's Knight, a Jack's Knight, and he just used those 2 up. So we essentially know everything in his deck right now. Or everything in his hand, I should say. We know everything that's in his hand right now. Alright, we're going to end phase. Again, we have nothing really to destroy. I guess we can eventually... we should have summoned Arborea and then we could have done something, but I think it's fine. I don't want to destroy Yugioh because he is technically protecting us, and he's double protection because eventually we'll get a second protection out of him. So we're going to draw Messenger of Peace, is not helping us whatsoever right now. We're going to activate Time Thief Redoer. Get a free card. It's a spell card, so maybe we can draw a card that'll help us. If we can get to the barrier statue, we can essentially win this duel. Detach the face card fusion. What is this? Oh yeah, it's the fusion for the poker cards. And then that's it, just 1. Oof, that's not bad actually. Nah, it's not good either. Actually, that can get us to the barrier statue, and that can pretty much win us the game, but the problem is he can just normal summon the King's Knight, and the King's Knight will just out. How much is King's Knight? How much attack is King's Knight? We haven't seen him in a while. King's Knight is 1600 attack. He can just out the barrier statue. So that doesn't really help. Messenger of Peace. I guess we can, until we get additional protection, we can just use that. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and do that. Small World, Arborea. And I'll find a route, hopefully. This is, yep, Endymion, dude. And then we get to the barrier statue. But also, what can we do also in addition to that? We can... Barrier statue's pretty good. So is, like, Iron Dragon's pretty good, too. Iron Dragon's pretty good. But I think barrier statue's the better choice right now. So I guess we normal summon that out. And we enter the battle phase here. Yeah, these 2 really are breaking us really badly. Okay. Let's enter the battle phase. We attack over this. And then we also attack over this token because it's in 0 attack and it's just kind of sitting there looking at us. And now he can't special summon anything that's not fire. So that's at least that's good. So we're going to activate that. We can always just not pay the 100 life points, and then we could always just not pay the 100 life points and we're good. He still has this resource loop that's never going to end. The card we're really like stressing about is Soul Crossing. Soul Crossing is bad, right? If he gets Soul Crossing plus a divine monster of any kind, we're kind of fucked. We left 3 monsters on board. I'm really kind of not happy with that. I'm gonna use this. I actually am not comfortable leaving these monsters on board. I might actually just trigger this effect right now because I'm going to trigger this because Raw Sphere Mode is a normal summon and it's not a special summon, so you can actually use it. I'm going to go ahead and do this because I'm not at all trying to get Raw Sphere Mode right now. We are way too ahead to get Raw Sphere Moded right now. Alright, it's going to set 1 monster, which is good to see. This is what you want to see. Again, I am not at all trying to get Raw Sphere Moded right now because obviously this is a very weird duel because we're dueling against very like strange cards like Winged Dragon of Ra and Soul Crossing and he probably feels the same way about us, to be fair. He probably is like, like what is this guy doing? He's like floodgates and fire statues. So we're both playing a very weird game that neither of us honestly probably want to play right now. But I guess we kind of have to, so we'll see. I'm going to get a card. It's going to be a monster, which will allow us to continue our onslaught here. Do I even want to pay this now? I actually don't think I want to pay this. Yeah, I don't think that I want to pay this. I'm going to resolve this. I'm not going to pay the cost because he's obviously playing a little defensively right now. I'm going to normal summon win, and I'm going to go to battle phase now. Try to get in for some decent damage. Actually, I can go into the barrier statue and start popping things here too. The barrier statue is not bad because then I can, when I use Time Thief, I can actually just banish him off the field. And when I banish him off the field, I can be left on a decent monster. And this can help pop this stuff down here. Help pop the face downs and stuff. Yeah, but I guess we do more damage. I guess we do more damage with what's on the field here. We're going to go to battle phase. I don't know what this is, but if it's like a... What could it be? Let's see. It could be an Ash Blossom. It's probably one of his King's Knight, Jack's Knight, one of those cards. And those cards are... How much defense do they have? She's 16. The Jack can't be Jack because he's a tribute monster. King. How much is King? Our life points are running. Not life points, are things. How much is King? He's 14. So I guess we go... He's 14. So I guess it's either King or Queen, more than likely. So we can attack over with this. And it is King. Okay, so then we do that damage. We get in for some more damage here. And we attack directly. And main phase 2. Main phase 2, I am going to go into the Sioux ship. The reason I'm going into this, because again, I'm playing around the Raw Sphere mode. Because Raw Sphere mode basically can completely end us right now. So I don't want to be completely ended. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. Yes, he can go into his Jack stuff, but his Jack's cards can only end on one card anyway, so it's not like it matters. So I'm cool with this. And we're going to go to end phase, and we're definitely going to see what we get here with the Time Thief Redoer. And based on what we get, either way I'm going to activate Time Thief Redoer, because again, I am not trying to play into a Raw Sphere mode. Or a Soul Crossing. Alright, so we're going to activate this, and we're going to see what we get. We got a monster. And standby phase. I am going to activate this because, again, I am not trying to play into a Raw Sphere mode. I'm going to detach. Doesn't matter who we detach because they both go to the graveyard, and then we just wait here. They're going to Harpy's Feather Duster, which is going to allow them to play. Which does actually suck for us. But I guess we do have the... yeah, he's going to... We do have the Yugioh, which is nice. So maybe we should have... I mean, even if we did leave the barrier statue on board, they could have just normal summoned and then just attacked over our barrier statue regardless. So it wouldn't have been like a big deal there. So he's going to Jack's Knight, Queen's Knight, or he's going to do that stuff. Then he's going to be able to summon a Jack's Knight from the deck. And he's going to activate this, send a spell. And then he's going to use the effect of the spell, which is the Thunder Force. So he's going to be able to summon Winged Dragon of Ra right now. Not Winged Dragon, it's Life of the Sky Dragon. He's going to be able to special summon out, or normal summon by tributing these three. And that is a beautiful animation. That's really, really cool. He's 2,000 attack because he's got 2,000 left. But he can add back stuff at the end phase, so that'll help him like boost up attack. But depending on what we get here, we can actually out him. In the anime, he's a dragon, so this card would have outed him. But obviously, he's a divine in the real game. He does have protection. You have to keep that in mind because of the Mound of the Bound creator. He does have protection. And he's going to end phase here. We're going to activate Time Thief for sure. And we're not going to activate the Nefariousness. He's going to activate this to put stuff back. Yeah, he's going to put all that back. And he's going to get to 4,000. Yeah, he's going to get to 4,000. Hopefully we can get a trap off the top of his deck. No, we don't want to activate this. But hopefully we can get a trap off the top of his deck. No, we got a monster. Let's see. No, we got a monster for our draw. Let's see if we get a trap. We got a spell. It's Call by the Grave. I'm going to go ahead and activate that. See what we get. He's going to Effect Veiler us. Wow. To be honest with you, I didn't see that coming. I did not see that coming. At all. I think it's possible we can get game here. So Yugioh can negate this, and then we can attack, which can possibly put us in game territory. Both of these do the same thing, and they're both kind of bricks right now. Yeah, both of these do the same thing. Okay. Oh my god, why did I forgot that. Damn, that sucks. Okay, but I think we can actually game, because if we negate this Slifer's attack... Okay, I forgot Slifer, but whatever. I think we can still win this game. So we're going to enter battle, we're going to attack this, and then we're going to activate the effect of Yugioh to put himself in the back row. And we're going to negate this, so it's 0 attack now. Actually, okay, so we're going to attack with this first. And then we're going to use the effect to pop this card, so he can't special summon the ultimate. He can't special summon his monster back. So we're going to pop this, right? Does it have a graveyard effect? Let me read this. Okay, no. Yeah, it does not. So we're going to pop that. Destroy his monster. And now we attack for game, right? Nothing's going to happen. No surprises. Surprises. Each player draws 6 cards. Okay, that's special summon 1 Slifer. Each player draws 6 cards. That is quite a surprise. Okay. That is quite a surprise. We can cut his attack in half, but it's not enough. Its original attack becomes half. He has no original attack. So it wouldn't even work. Continue attack. No, we don't want to continue attack. Alright. Main phase 2, we reset. Okay. I'm trying to think what to do here that could help us. If we can get... We really didn't draw any spellcast. If we drew one singular spellcaster, we would have won this. Because then I could have gotten to the Crusadia monster. But I can't, because what am I going to do with the Sioux ship? Okay, so this can banish itself. Target this card, or... Okay, so we insanely enough, we have to do this. Like, we have to... Because he could just attack either one of these next turn and we lose. And we have to get rid of our own Time Thief, which is insane to think about. Because if we don't get a trap card, we lose. So we have to do this. Okay. Baba Barber. Get rid of these two. Literally no choice. We have no choice whatsoever. We have to do this. And he's going to use that to destroy my monster anyway. I forgot all about that. How did I forget about Slifer's effect twice in a row? But again, we had to, it doesn't matter because we have to get our cards off the board anyway, because Slifer, I mean, regardless, that was like not the right play, but regardless, I only made the Baba Barber to get rid of our monsters. So we're going to activate this. Oh wait, Slifer's going to negate this too. Oh no, it doesn't, because it's 0 attack. It's 0 attack. It can't lower the attack because it's already 0. Beautiful. Okay, perfect. Yugioh. Alright. Unbreakable Spirit. We're going to set that. And we just pass here. This is about as good as it's going to get. Yeah, this is about as good as it's going to get, unfortunately. Right now, this is our... this is all we can really do. He can place a Monster Reborn on the top of his deck. Man, that really, really sucks. That really, really sucks. 7,000 attack. He had to have that card face down. I was kind of screwed because he essentially had 2 cards that did the exact same thing. He's going to have to send that to the graveyard. Oh, man. If he had to send that to the graveyard, I didn't even have to get rid of my Time Thief. Man, I forgot about that. But I guess it's fine. All we have to do is 1,400 damage and we can win this duel. So he's going to set some stuff. But as long as we can do 1,400 damage, we can end this duel. Monster Reborn. He's going to target a monster in either player's graveyard. He should target my Time Thief. That's what he should target. Let's see if he's smart enough to do it. But Time Thief would definitely be the best thing for him to target. He's going to target Guardian Slime, which can search any Winged Dragon of Raw card. He's going to tribute it to summon God Slime. And then he's going to add a Spell Trap card. If we can get Yugioh off the board, but now this thing is like annoying because when we special summon, we can't attack. He's going to be able to get a Winged Dragon of Raw card. Alright, this duel is unfortunately over. Yeah, this duel is over. I just realized it's pretty much game here. Actually, no, we'll try to fight it out here. We'll try to fight it out. I think there's a way we can win here. So he can send our monster to the graveyard, but I think we can do this. He can tribute this, and then he's going to summon, yeah, okay, I think there is a way to win here. He's going to summon the Winged Dragon of Ra. Yeah, he's going to summon Winged Dragon of Ra. There is a way we can win here. That's going to have, he can pay 1,000 to get rid of this, which he should do. Oh, he's going to send to summon. Okay, that's fine. Send, and then he's going to send this to the graveyard so he can summon Immortal Phoenix. That's fine. Can this is have 1,000, pay 1,000, send one monster? Yeah, so this can send our monster to the graveyard. Is that a quick effect or is that an ignition effect? During the, you can pay 1,000. Okay, that's fine. We're definitely putting chaining on. So you can pay 1,000 to get rid of this. But I think we can actually still win this duel. I was about to, like... It just depends on if he has another anime moment. Okay, that's fine. Let's see if he tries to go to battle phase. End of main phase. Activate Embodiment of Apophis. Summon in an attack mode. Okay. End of main phase. Yes, that's fine. Battle phase. Okay. Okay, now we activate this. Does he have a response? This is the problem. They don't tell you when you're on, like... Oh my god, that was great. Wow, that was a great win. Jeez. Man, that was an amazing win. And that's the last duel of today, too. Let's go open this pack. Jeez, that is well deserved. That was like the most climactic battle. 2 legacy tickets. My heart's racing. Wow, that was a great win. Alright, let's get into the shop. We're going to open this master pack. I hope it's something crazy because I don't even care if it's glowing or not. Sometimes it's not glowing. There's some hidden card in there. It's absolutely broken, but I don't even care. Let's see what we get. Wow, that was incredible. 1 by 1. This is a Union monster target. Equip it. It's a level 4. No, it's a level 3. It can make a second attack during the battle phase. Its original attack becomes 1,000. Yeah, destroy this card. It's actually not a bad card with our barrier statue, but the problem is we have to somehow summon this and the barrier statue in a turn. Nordic card, not going to work. Edge Imp card, not going to work. Cybernetic Revolution, Cyber Dragon card. Karakuri card, not going to work. Another Rescue Ace card. We have a lot of those. And then the Tricky's actually a cool card for our other deck. We have like a Fabled Chaos deck, so that might actually be good. And then let's see what this is. Daigusto Freeze is actually a good card, and we have a lot of Gusto cards. We might have to look at that. That's actually quite interesting because it makes our opponent take any damage from our Gustos. So if we can actually summon this somehow, it might be somewhat workable. And then let's see what these legacy tickets hold. Definitely got to check these out because that battle was insane. That last, so dramatic. All right, let's see what this is. Our little Vidjam always comes in clutch. We've got Swift Samurai Storm. It's a 6 samurai card. Not going to work. We've got Wandering Mummies. We can put this face down and then rearrange face down monsters. I don't think that's too usable for us. Maybe if we pulled it in 2004, that would have been usable. Right now, that is not usable. Ghosts from the Past. Ghosts from the Past. Banish 2 monsters from the graveyard. Target when it's an acquisition monster changes its attack to 0 until the end phase. Not a bad card. I think we've already read this. Yeah, it just already requires things to be set up. Mammoth Graveyard. Awesome card. Yeah, that's it for this episode. Let me know if there's any changes I have to make to my deck. But honestly, that last duel put a lot of confidence in me. That was an incredible duel. La, 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 la.